please.
Trade customer is honestly the best.
I love TradeCaster.
Happy Saturday, everybody. Just a friendly reminder.
Over the past 12 months, how much money did you make day trading using your strategy? $551,000.
That kind of money, it's like you know what you're doing.
Sean knows his stuff.
So this is exactly how I did it.
Perfect.
I want everyone to go trade.
Go! Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Anything else?
It wasn't pleasant. That was during lunch hours.
Take some pictures.
Now we're up $1,200.
We got some action right here.
$2,000, $760.
If I tell you how I was able to do this, go out and make that money, you make a killing.
Can we start getting ourselves in the green somehow? Get it, people! A bot sell man making HUDI $1,000. Ollie with a $327 trade. Boom, guys. $989 profit. 2,600. Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Oh, baby! You guys want to see something good today? We're bringing something good to the house. Woo! 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 Does anyone else get jacked up off non-copyright free music like I do? Is there anyone else there that says, hey Tech, nothing gets me a little bit more excited than again music we have no idea what's about, but I have to put on because it's the only option? Anyone else get a little jacked up? Maybe you want to hit the gym? Maybe you want to start slam dunking a little bit? Maybe you wants to go on a triathlon? Because again, we're playing copy-free, right, good music so I don't get in trouble? Let's tune on in. Let's listen again to the next song on this random playlist that I found. So again, I don't get any more, in trouble on the internet. Let's see. Oh yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all, baby. Not bad at all here. Let me see right now. Traders, little heads on up. I do see IMNN getting a little bit of hype. Seems like it's going on a quick little spike and coming right back on down, though. Looks like IMNN. Quick little spike. Quick little rip. Quick little run. Comes right back on down. But good morning to absolutely everyone. What's today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, traders. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are fired on up, and I hope you guys are ready to get after it. Because today we are kicking off a good challenge. $1,000 challenge, ladies and gentlemen. We are not turning off the live stream until we make $1,000 or until the internet goes out. One or the other. Those are the two options right now. So we're either making $1,000 or again, we just got to keep staying on this live stream until tomorrow. One of the two options. Let's get ourselves prepared. Let's get ourselves ready to rock and roll, and let's get ourselves diving on in on this day. Traders, everyone take a moment right now. Smash that thumbs on up if you guys haven't over on the YouTube channel, and let's get ourselves, involved. It is nice and early, bright. 8 a.m. What'd you guys start off with today? I start off my day with, again, 4 sunny side eggs. Again, only the bottom cooked a little bit of egg yolk flowing on over. Right next to it, 4 pieces of turkey bacon. 4 eggs, 4 pieces of turkey bacon. Right after that, 4 strawberries, 4 grapes, 4 bananas, 4 mangoes, 4 kiwis, 4 peaches, 4 pears. Right after that, a bowl of Frosted Flakes. Traders, IMNN, massive spike, gave everything right back on down. BGLC, still trying to stay alive. Now, obviously, what's the big question? How high is BGLC going to go? Because right now it seems like BGLC is the stock. Right now it seems like BGLC is the play at this moment. So how high can BGLC go? Again, we always want to be looking up towards that 850, 875 area. That's always going to be an absolutely great area that we could be able to focus on and look at. It seems like IMNN just went on a quick spike and came crashing on down. And we've actually seen a few different plays so far that have phase 3 trials. Phase 3 trials, especially when you come out with positive phase 3 data, you usually do go on massive spikes. But let's take a look at this. Is IMNN positive phase 3 data? No, it's not. It just says that they dosed their first patient in phase 3. So remember, when you have a keyword such as phase 3, that's a good keyword. But at the same time, guys, it's about what's prior probably of that phase 3. If you see the word phase 3, you don't always just want to jump in on the play. If I see positive phase 3, that's good. If I see we have a first patient dosed in phase 3, who cares? That doesn't really mean anything, right? There's a big difference between saying we have completed and we have successful positive results in phase 3 compared to we are now starting phase 3. IMNN is basically saying, hey, we dosed our first patient on phase 3. Cool press release, bro. Let me know what the results are in the future. That's why IMNN is going on this quick spike, and that's why IMNN is coming right back on down. Little heads up for you guys, okay? So I do want to make sure that you guys are completely understanding that. Make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go. Now, what else? Oh, I'm taking a look at chat. I love it. You guys, again, getting these gifts going. All right, so what do we want to be looking for at this time? Well, we do want to be keeping our eyes peeled over on BGLC. BGLC, as of now, seems like it is the best possible option for us. Now, what do we have? We have a very strong floor right around $6. So if you guys take a look over on this play, BGLC at this time, very strong floor right around $6. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play at $6. But what else does it look like? We have very strong resistance at around $7.15. So traders, let me ask you guys a very simple, quick, easy question. What is the best way to trade BGLC right now? BGLC, there are 2 types of traders right now. There is going to be the trader that says, Dek, I cannot wait to go ahead and look for a crack, and I'm going to short right here for a big sell-off. And there is going to be traders that are going to say, Dek, I cannot wait to go ahead and buy BGLC for, again, the breakout towards the upside. I will tell you right now, you have awful odds of making money this way. When I first started stock trading, I would always be looking to buy for a breakout. When I started stock trading, I would always be looking for a big time short. If I saw BGLC right here, the way that you want to be able to trade is short at 7, short at 7, short at 7, short at 7, and bet that the stock will fall at 7. Because you know what? That's what it's done the last 6 times. Same exact thing with buy at 6, buy at 6, buy at 6, buy at 6. You know why? Because that's what it's done the last 5 times. Now, yes, at some point, don't get me wrong here, we will see a break or we will see a crack. But if we are taking strictly a look at BGLC, and you say to yourself, Dek, I'm going to go ahead and look for a breakout when we come up to 710, and I'm going to buy a whole bunch of shares at 710. The last 5 times we came up to 710, we got rejected. There are great odds that we will get rejected again. Just like there's great odds that we're going to see another bounce play, as we're seeing right now on BGLC off $6, because the odds are telling us that. So again, you always want to go with them, not against them. But I remember, guys, I was a new trader at some point. I remember I would always be looking for the breakout rather than just the standard play. The standard plays, you come up near $7, look for a reversal. The standard plays, you come down to $6, watch for a dip buy. That's what the standard play is. No, Dek, I think we're going to spike and rip and run. No, Dek, I think we're going to crash all the way back on down. So again, a lot of times we don't want to kind of go outside the grain like that and do something crazy. We want to be as smart as we can. So let's see here. BGLC. Deck, how many shares would we want to get? Let's say, again, we want to get 3,000 shares. Inquire on 3,000 shares. How much is, again, 3,000 shares going to cost us? Hopefully only like $4. A little bit more expensive, $150 for 3,000 shares. A little bit more expensive. Deck, would you, again, short these? I wouldn't want to do it right now if I'm not getting filled all the way up near like 715. So I might wait a little bit on it. It's a little expensive right now. Not that expensive. 3,000 shares, $150. You'd make that just like that if you can get it. But I do want to see, how high can BGLC get up to? BGLC, we have a lot of resistance, as we know, up near around that 715 area. We got up towards 710. Hold on a second. I'll shut my door. We got up towards around 710, 715, 720, 720, 715. And now again, we're sitting back and forth between $6 and that 715 mark. Remember, gold today is $1,000, guys. Gold today is $1,000. $1,000 challenge, $1,000 setup. Can we make $1,000 today trading stocks in the stock market, doing everything that we are supposed to be doing? So right now we know BGLC is the #1 hottest play at this moment, right? BGLC, 1 million in float. Nice and good. But again, REPL, little slow, little dead. SGD, a little slow right now. BGLC is the stock that has the most amount of potential. And that's what we want. We like how BGLC has the most amount of potential. I do like how BGLC has the most amount of opportunity behind it. I want to see if BGLC can squeeze and pop and rip and run. You can see BGLC is again right here as well over on Fox Runner, was alerted at 8 a.m. Only a 1-star press release, with the word new. But again, it just caught hype. Just caught fire. But again, it's always great to always be aware of, what is moving, what has the attention, what has the buying volume towards it at this moment. BGLC, a little bit of lower highs at this time also. So let's actually take a step back, because right now we don't have anything going crazy. Right now we don't have anything going too wild. Right now we don't have anything going nuts by any sort of means. So what I'd be looking for at this moment is let's just get everyone on the same playing field. And actually, again, we got BGLC slowly trying to move itself on up, so let's keep this on watch. But what I mean by this, as I'm watching BGLC, is I never like to feel like I'm missing out on a play. I never want to feel like that there's something going on that I'm not aware of. I never want to feel like that there's a play that's happening right now that it's like, hey, is BGLC really the only top play? So the best thing to do, kicking the party on off, is always just go to a little bit of a larger time frame. Let's say like a 3-minute time frame, and just number one, go through all the top gainers. Am I missing anything with REPL? REPL is a slow and steady top gainer. REPL did get upgraded on their buy price. They again got upgraded by an analyst group saying, again, we have a $6 target over on REPL. REPL did go from $3 and is all the way up towards around that $6 mark. The next dip, buy, and bounce play is right around $6. Is REPL a super hot play right now? The answer is no. But it is the #1 top gainer. It is slow and steady. It is on a nice uptrend. It does have nice $7 top resistance. And if you guys are interested, get ready for a possible short around $7 if it can get back up there. Next on up, BGLC. BGLC, very hot, very active, low float stock, 1 million in float. Did come out with a press release, as we can see on Fox Runner right here. Stock again, has a lot of the attention at this moment, as it is a lower float stock with a lot of movement. This play, since it's so volatile, you can make money, you can lose money. $6 main support, $7.15 main resistance. That's where we're at this time. SGD, guys, had a spike last night, but as you guys can see, it's losing its attention. It's losing its hype. It's losing its momentum. The stock right now at this moment is doing what? Building lower lows. The stock right now is building lower highs. It's fading and falling and dropping. TYGO, fading, falling, dropping. RCKY, not any volume. FGF, big spike, gave it all on back. You know what I mean? So again, I always just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And right now, I think we can all make the confirmation together that, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? All eyes are on BGLC. Now, BGLC, let's see what's going to happen here. BGLC, guys, let's see what is truly going to happen. We have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, 5 touch. Will BGLC explode? And it's looking like it's trying to. Now, again, I am not in on anything at this moment. Now, Deck, how high can BGLC go up to? You got to take a look at the past chart history pattern. What is these two lines right here? What I am looking for is I'm looking at past chart history pattern. If you are asking me right now, saying, Deck, where will BGLC reverse at? You want to look at where was their old trouble. That old spiking high is sitting at the price of 840. That's going to be some old trouble. This old spiking high is sitting at around the price of 830. That's going to be some trouble. This old spiking high is right around 870. That's going to be some trouble. Where did we just get up to? Right around 830. Little bit of reversal and a little bit of a pullback right now. Still, BGLC, super hot play. Definitely has a lot of attention. Let's see how much shorts are at this moment. Sometimes they actually become a little bit cheaper, so we can actually check them on out to see how much, again, 3,000 shares would be at this moment. It is still sitting at that 150 area. So $150 for, again, 3,000 shares if I wanted to pull the trigger over on the stock and be able to make some money. So let's see what happens. Let's see how much higher this thing could possibly rip and run up towards. I would say, Dek, if you want to get filled on it because it's moving quick, it's getting the hype, it's getting the volume, let's go a little bit higher than what we think. We have resistance at 830, 840, 850. Let's go up towards 875, $9. You know, that's kind of what I would be looking for. If we are going to get back above that $8 mark and we are going to keep this hype and this mob and this attention, I would be saying to ourselves, hey, let's see if this thing is really going to explode its way on up. We know it's a low float stock. We know there's hype. We know there's attention behind it right now. Let's see if we get back above $8 and if this thing keeps on pushing. BGLC, again, didn't have the craziest news either. Remember, when we take a look over on BGLC right here, what's the press release? It says BGLC and Fidelity Diagnostics announces a landmark alliance, touting a new deep-seek moment in precision oncology. So again, they're saying that it is a big moment for us. We're having two companies work together as a partnership. This is a landmark moment for us and the DeepSeek. DeepSeek is an AI tool. So the thing is, maybe AI news partnership, it is getting some hype. BGLC starting to get some attention behind it. It's not bad, right? Not bad in any sort of way. Absolutely not bad in any sort of way. Is there anyone right now that's long on BGLC? Is there anyone right now that's short on BGLC? Anyone right now saying, Dek, BGLC is my stock, baby. I'm in on this play. I'm holding all the way up to $10 plus. I think this one's going to get the fire. So make sure that you guys are prepared over on this play. BGLC is where the attention is at. A lot of people focus on this one. It is known to have these wicks, though. Yeah, you can see, again, big upper shadow gives it all back. Upper shadow gives it all back. Upper shadow gives it all back. What do you guys think is going to happen on BGLC right here? Definitely, again, we got to keep our eyes peeled on it. ABL did have the word successful. This just came out at 8:22. Says ABL 3-star word announces successful warrant exchange. So ABL, nothing again I'm seeing at this moment. BGLC. BGLC is still clearly number one. BGLC is still clearly number one play at this moment. This is the number one stock you guys want to be focusing on. So BGLC here, Dek. Dek, when are you going to short this play? As I said, I'm going to go higher than what we expect. Again, I want to play this one safe. It looks like it has good volume. Looks like it has good attention. It looks like it has good momentum. Anyone else feel like that? Like, I feel like this stock is just moving well. I feel like this stock is just beasting. I really don't want to jump in front of a highway going the wrong direction. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, guys, if I start driving on the wrong side of the highway, that's kind of how I feel right now if I'm shorting BGLC. It just looks like it has such good attention. It looks like it has such good volume. It looks like it has such good momentum. You know, I don't want to just start going on the left side of the highway and saying, oh, everyone go with me this way. I don't want to do that. I want to kind of, think about, hey, where's the best way for us to have success? And right now, this thing is still ripping, it's still running. I just don't feel comfortable shorting it yet. And I don't want to throw you guys on the train tracks on the wrong side. So this stock is known to upper shadow. This stock is known to kind of have those big upper wicks and give a whole lot back. I'm trying to take a look at BGLC and saying to myself, okay, hey, where is their super strong resistance? I'm looking at the past here to see what's like the best area for us. $9.55, $10. I mean, I have to probably look for an area up there. So right now, traders, I'm still sitting back waiting for that best overall entry. I have not entered anything just yet. We did just hit that 840 mark, but we are still looking pretty strong. So everyone, again, stay smart. Schwitzy saying, Dek, I'll short it at $15.87. I mean, hey, if we get up to $16 over on BGLC, that's a pretty beast move. You get all the way on up towards around that $15 mark. I mean, that thing would be all the way up nearly 300%. So again, BGLC, that's a beast if that ever started getting up towards that area. Right now, though, let's see how much higher this can go up towards. Notice we did get 840 as a top. Now, Dek, why 840? Remember, we did have some strong resistance at around 840, didn't we? Right? If we take a look over on, again, BGLC, and we take a look at, some old upper wicks, where was that 840 area? Didn't we have 840? Yeah, the recent one. Take a look right here. That was exactly at 840. So this old wick right here, that's at 840. This old wick right here, that was at 830. Lower shadow right here at 880. So again, it's kind of like these like last three big wicks. Upper shadow, lower shadow, upper shadow. These are again the last big areas of resistance that are trying to hold up the supply. And are we going to continue to stay right around this $8 mark? Are we going to squeeze and break through $8? Can we get all the way up towards $9.55, $10 next? So again, $10 is honestly next if we get above $8 and hold. Now, a lot of people will keep on shorting at around $8. A lot of people are going to keep shorting right around $8, guys. BGLC, number one play. Deck IXHL is halted at this time. I don't see anything too big on this. Does it have any sort of news? IXHL reports top line results. Okay. So that came on out. That is halted at this moment. Awesome. We will keep our eyes peeled on that one. Thank you for the heads on up. So I will watch that to see if that one can get some fire and start spiking and ripping and running. But other than that, though, it is still fully BGLC. BGLC, Deck, where will you honestly start pulling the trigger? I will honestly start pulling the trigger if we get all the way on up towards around 950. 950 is going to be my first entry mark. 950 up towards $10 is what I'm looking for. IXHL, though, that one does have positive phase 2 trials. If that one comes on out at 8:30 or 9 o'clock, IXHL, that could also be a very quick little spiker. The only issue is with IXHL, I have seen a lot of phase trials today go on quick spikes and give a whole lot back. So that's just one thing that we just want to be aware of. We just want to be aware of that this play, IXHL, might open on up at 8:30 and then might come crashing all the way back on down. Okay, so let's actually, kind of dive into this one with a little bit more detail. So let's actually talk about this here for a second. So if we take a look, let me just bring this on over here. If we take a look over on IXHL, and let's go ahead and take a look at this news real quick. We can see IXHL, go over towards news. What do we have? We have IXHL reports positive top-line results from its phase 2 trials. That's good news. ICXL right here, excuse me, guys. We have positive top-line results on phase 2 trials. It's saying that there are significant improvements across key clinical endpoints. This is a great press release. This is a great press release. This play right now came on out at 8 a.m. It is 27 minutes ago. So why is IXHL not spiking up in a crazy amount? The reason why it's not spiking up in a crazy amount at this moment is because it is halted, which means it's not available to trade. You could see it's going to get unhalted at the time of 8:30 a.m. That is going to be in the next 2 minutes. What do you guys believe is going to happen? Most likely, this stock is going to open on up and get some sort of very nice rip and run. Now, how high can this one get open on up towards? I would say a great target would be up towards around 225. 225, 230 would be an absolutely awesome target. That's just where I'm seeing like a lot of this platform. Now, again, when I say a platform, what am I referring to? I'm referring to, again, old spiking high areas. There's 230 rejected. 230 rejected. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, 230. 230 top, 230 top. Also, if we go from the price of 112 all the way up to 230, that's going to be pushing us up over 100% right away over on IXHL. So IXHL here, this play halted, getting unhalted in the next 50 seconds. I would, again, want to see, are there any shorts available? Let's again say, all right, Deck, I want to get 5,000 shares available to short. I'm going to inquire about these shorts. 5,000 shares, locate lowest. How much is that going to cost me? That's going to cost me $1 right now, $1.50. I'm going after that, all set, ready to go. IXHL, now I can put some orders. So I'm going to look for orders at 230 in case this gaps on up. I'm going to put an order at 235 in case this gaps on up. Heck, I'm going to put an order at 218 in case this gaps on up. Put an order at 240 in case this gaps on up. And I just want to make sure that I'm all set, ready to go in case we do have any sort of gap up or spike in the next 10 seconds. So traders, Let's just make sure we are all set, ready to rock. Putting the new scanner back. IXHL is going to be opening on up here, team, in about 10 seconds, and we are about to have ourselves a day. So is there any chance IXHL is just going to open on up, squeeze up to 230 or so? And if we do, I'm going to look to get filled and short it right back on down. Guys, IXHL is filled, or excuse me, is spiking very well from 110 up to 150 right now. Now, again, we don't have any halts, as we know, in pre-market. I would love for this one to spike up to the 230s, 240s, see a pullback. Look at IXHL right now exploding. IXHL exploding. I'm happy with my entry at this moment. If I get filled, I'm very happy with my entry. That would be a very nice long upper wick. We still have another about 50 cents we got to go. Stock is up 58%. 170 right now. 170 at this moment, traders. And again, if you want to go on the long side, there is nothing wrong with the long side right now. Nothing wrong with the long side. Now, again, I'm still waiting for 230s. Dek, why is that? Looking for the platform. Old spiking high, old spiking high, old spiking high, old spiking high. All attention, all eyes over on IXHL. So this play right now, spiking pretty well. Can we be able to get that squeeze up above $2? Anyone jump in on the buy side right when this one opened? Amazing work. So we got up towards a high of 178 so far. I was hoping we'd go up a little bit quicker and a little bit faster and a little bit hotter already. There you go. Switzy Dek. I bought a quick 1,000 shares at 124. I just made again a $400. Congratulations on that. So I still, again, keep my eyes peeled on this one. IXHL went from 105 up towards 180. Just came crashing right back on down. Great job for anyone, again, who caught that play on the upside. You know what I'm happy about right now? Is that we're finding all these plays. What I'm happy about right now is like we're ahead of the curve. We're finding IXHL first. We're talking about BGLC and reversals. We're ready for, again, all these plays. I have orders all set up near around the 230s. Like I'm good. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready. I'm fired on up. You know what's so great about this as well? Is that when I'm live streaming, it's not just me finding plays, right? It's you guys. The reason why I think not only people are always, here watching our stream, part of Tradecaster, where I live stream every single day, is the fact that it's not just me giving you guys alerts, but when you have hundreds and thousands of people all in the same community, even though, again, you're not going to learn from every single person, there's going to be one person out of that 1,000 people that are going to actually know, hey, you know what? This stock is spiking, or this stock is spiking, or this stock is spiking. Being part of a community is so important nowadays because you don't want to be that lone wolf where it's you versus the stock market. And again, you don't have any help whatsoever. I love our community. You know why? Because there are so many plays that maybe I do not see that, again, 1 out of 1,000 will see and say, hey, make sure you guys watch this. Hey, Dek, did you see IXHL come out with that news? Hey, Dek, did you check out this? Did you check out that? Did you check out this? So the thing is, I want you guys to always be aware of that. So if you guys are over on YouTube right now and you guys are not part of our community, make sure, again, you guys come on over so you guys never miss a beat and you guys never miss a play. IXHL, unfortunately, never got up towards that 230 mark. IXHL never got up towards that 230 area just yet. So right now, traders, 833 in the market. Congrats to everyone who's already made a couple dollars. BGLC came up to 840, then got rejected, back on down towards $7. Which one's going to spike and kind of go a little crazy? I mean, IXHL, obviously, we want to see that 235 mark. BGLC getting a little bit weaker right now. Both these plays, again, fading at this time. We also have IXHL filed for a shelf offering last week. Woo-wee! That could be bidding. That could be good. That could be something that we really like to see and watch and focus on. I like what we're thinking now. Right now, IXHL, we want to keep our eyes peeled on everything. BGLC. IXHL giving a lot back. Again, if we got that 235 entry, that would have been perfect. I mean, if we could have gotten filled, I would have gotten filled at 218, 230, 235, 240. We got up to 178. So I was about 40 cents shy of my first entry. I was about 40 cents shy of my first entry right here. BGLC is starting to become a nice little short, giving some on back. But the thing is, team, we are now going to do what? we're basically going to be in a double-decker channel. And you might say, Deck, what the heck is a double-decker channel? Basically, what we're about to have here is that if you're saying, all right, let's go ahead and short this play over on BGLC, what you have at this moment is you have also a lot of support and resistance at the price of around $7, don't we? I mean, let's go ahead and just grab this and let's check this on out. If we take a look at this, what do we want to realize? Okay, this is where we're at. We did have $6 main support, $7.15 top resistance. $6 main support, $7.15 top resistance. $6 main support, $7.15 top resistance. We broke through $7.15, ran up to $8.40. Now, what should have happened is going to be $8.40 top resistance back on down towards around $7.15. Then we maybe move back up towards $7.50 or $7.60. And then again, we fall back on down to $7.15. And that $7.15 mark is now going to try to hold up as support. See where all old resistance was at? That should now try to hold up as an area that traders are going to be looking for a dip buy and bounce play. So watch for this next candle to actually be green, because a lot of people are going to move in right now and say, oh yeah, remember how old that strong resistance was? That's now going to hold up as our floor. So if you guys actually head on over and type in, just go to Google, type in support and resistance trading over in Google, and you know these images right here, I'll make myself a little bit smaller here for a second. What do you guys realize? What happens is a lot of times old resistance now holds up as new support. You guys see this? Old resistance is where, again, we now bounce off of. So this is a perfect example of what we're probably going to see right here. Old resistance is where a lot of times we bounce off of this. So that's why I would say, again, be careful. I wouldn't actually short right here. Yes, there's always the chance. There's always the possibility that, again, we are going to come back on down. There's always that possibility. But at the same time, guys, guess what? You could see that bounce play. You could see that pop. You could see that little bit of a move back on up. There is never a 100% certainty. Never. Never a 100% certainty. So you could say 99%. Sure, 99% chance you're going to get a bounce play. Guess what? There's always that 1%. 1% that it doesn't happen, right? So it's almost like that video that I posted last night. All right, for anyone who did not see, I posted a video last night over on Bitcoin telling you guys, again, what I believe is going to be happening over on Bitcoin. And I said, this will have a 99% success rate. And the reason why I say 99% is I can't guarantee anything. I can't guarantee 100%. I can't guarantee that that's 100% going to happen. I can't say this is going to happen. It can't. There's always the 1% that, again, something haywire happens. So you always got to be prepared for the 1%, because it seems like sometimes the 1% happens more than you think as well, right? So you got to just always be aware of that. And again, things that could be happening over on that possibility of the 1%. So traders, we want to stay smart, ready to rock and roll, getting ourselves excited and getting ourselves motivated. Now, traders, let's also think about something pretty big and pretty exciting here. Well, today, 2 o'clock, FOMC meeting. Today, 2:30, Jerome Powell. Hey, we're going to be getting after it. We're going to see what is possibly going to be happening, and we're going to be getting ready to have some fun. Traders, I also want to let you guys know something. Today is actually going to be my last day live streaming this week. I will have the scanners up tomorrow. I will have the scanners up Friday. But again, I do have some personal things that are going on in my life that I actually have to take care of. So again, I will not, again, I just want to throw this out here. I will not be live streaming tomorrow, Thursday, and will not be live streaming tomorrow, Friday. Just a little heads on up. I want to let you guys know that now. I will be putting up the scanners. I will make sure the scanners are on up. There's just a few personal things in my life I need to take care of. Again, nothing bad, nothing scary, nothing worrisome, all good things. I just, again, cannot miss them. So I just cannot be live streaming the next 2 days, but I want you guys to be aware today. We're getting after it, having fun. Scanners will be up tomorrow, but this will be my last day this week. Deck, stop being selfish. I know. I'm sorry, guys. Guys, let me ask you guys a question. In all reality, do I do my best to show up here every single day? Do I do my best to wake up every morning and give you guys the best alerts ever? Do I, again, show up as much as I possibly can through sickness and health to try to make sure, again, I get you guys everything you need? I try my best, guys. I really do. Every now and then, some things are going to pop on up. And again, I just got to take care of them. Little heads on up. Take a look, guys. Did we not just get a green candle? Nice little bounce play for those that, again, was getting after it. So, nice little bounce play. Nice learning from right there, saying, hey, support and resistance. Absolutely beautiful. Guys, does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns for me? Any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys need at this moment? So right here, Meatball Sub saying, Deck, I only trade futures, but if I traded stocks, you'd be the guy that I want to learn from. Either way, I watch you anytime I can. Well, thank you so much, Meatball Sub. Again, I haven't had a Meatball Sub in a long time. Last time, I'll be honest, last time I had a Meatball Sub, take a guess when. It was freshman year of college, where, again, my college girlfriend broke up with me, and I went over to Subway, and I had a Meatball Sub, a Meatball Marinara. Now, whenever, again, I have a very tough day, I go over to Subway and I just order a meatball marinara. I feel like, again, back in the day, you would go to Subway after you won, like, your baseball game. I feel like, again, when you were like 9 years old, Subway was like a gift. Subway was like, yeah, we're going to Subway. We're freaking going to Subway, everyone. You go with the whole entire soccer team. You're waiting in line. You come out of there. You're smelling like some weird garlic Subway smell. You know what I'm saying? It was an event back in the day. Back in the day, you'd go to a Subway and you're like, yes, I did it. I made it. My parents love me. Oh, yes, I'm eating tonight. This is going to be gorgeous. Nowadays, now in like 2025, who the heck eats at Subway? Again, I'll drive past the Subway every now and then, and it'll be like 7 o'clock at night, and only like the S and the Y are like highlighted. Everything else is like not even, like, the neon lights aren't even showing anymore. I walk on in, and again, the person making my sandwich is an amputee, just like picking up everything with his mouth and, again, putting it on the sandwich the right way. Again, half the people in there are divorced. It's like, like, I feel like I go into it. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe that's kind of the vibe I've been feeling over on a Subway. Maybe I'm getting a little carried away. Maybe some of you guys right now are like, Deck, what type of Subway is by you? But I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little too crazy here. Maybe there's someone right now saying, Deck, I eat Subway every day and I love it. Well, hey, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. All right, so that's where I'm at. Let's go here, baby. BGLC. Keeping our eyes peeled. BGLC, REPL. No. We are absolutely good to go. All right, traders. Hey, what we're going to do right here, as always, traders, take 2 seconds. Every single person take 2 seconds. Smash that thumbs on up right now. That's all I want from you guys. Smash that thumbs on up right here, right now, so that we're all set, ready to get after it. But other than that, team, we're going to take about a 10-minute break here, get ready for the 9 a.m. press release, and start chugging along and get after this day. So I always want to jump on the mic in pre-market, get the people excited, give you guys what you want. And then from there, let's see what's going to come up at 9 a.m. Let's see what happens at the start of the day. I want you guys to tell your friends about the stream today. I want you guys, again, posting billboards, handing out flyers. Get everyone on the stream today. Let's make $1,000. Let's make a great trade, and let's go ahead and absolutely crush it. Congrats to those that traded BGLC. Congrats to those that got in early on IXHL. Congrats to everyone who's sitting on their hands and being disciplined and not over trading. Team, we got a big day ahead. Everyone take a little bit of time. I got to play again some free music so I don't get in trouble. But other than that, though, guys, turn it on up. Enjoy it. Thank you so much, everyone who's joining us this morning. We're going to be picking things on up in about 10 minutes. Let's get ready to rock and roll. I'll see you guys back here very soon. Go get that cup of coffee, walk the dog, do whatever you guys got to do. Go hang out with your wife's husband for a little bit. And again, enjoy this day. I'll see you guys back here in about 10 minutes. Yahoo! Yeah!
Agreement. Agreement. Success.
All right, traders, let's get ready to go here. Traders, we got a big day ahead. Obviously, again, you see the thumbnail, you see the title, you see what the stream is all about. It is the $1,000 challenge here, ladies and gentlemen. We are not going anywhere until we make $1,000. It could be 5 minutes. It could be an hour. It could be 24 hours. We are not going anywhere until we make $1,000 in cash. Now, how are we going to do that? That's the big question. How are we going to make this money off of BGLC, off of IXHL, off of REPL? Is there going to be a clear-cut stock that we want to be able to get involved in, we can be able to perform on, and we can be able to make that money? Now, BGLC is the best play as of now. This is a stock where the majority of traders are focused on looking at and can be able to make us some cash, but we want to go through everything. We want to make sure every single person completely understands how to trade, what to trade, and what they want to get themselves involved in so that you guys can make the best investment decision. So let's go through absolutely everything from A to Z and be able to have a great foundation moving forward. As always, guys, I ask for one thing only. Smash that thumbs on up, but let's get this day started. So let's start off at the very top of the list. Let's just go on the top of the list and work our way on down. What would be, or what is going to happen with REPL? REPL, this is a play that is considered the #1 top gainer, as an 82% gain and 53 million in float. Now, REPL, this play is building higher lows. And you guys can see right now, REPL has strong resistance right around $7. Now, why is REPL even up in the first place? Now, to be frank with you, REPL doesn't really have any sort of good news. REPL actually came on out with this morning a class action lawsuit. So REPL had a lawsuit this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not that good. That's not very exciting. That's not something that a lot of people like to see. But still, REPL, again, is going on this nice pop, rip, and run here. So REPL, we definitely want to continue to keep our eyes peeled on it. Also, let me actually scroll on down. Did REPL also have an earnings report this morning? No, that was TYGO. So no, this one had the lawsuit. And again, when we take a look over on REPL, the play has gone from $3.60 and is now testing $7. Now, we have tested $7 once, and we have been rejected. And we could possibly be testing $7 right now. What is going to happen next? Are we going to get rejected? Are we going to spike? Are we going to consolidate? And what would be our next target? So we know that REPL is sitting at $7, and if I wanted to, I could short right now REPL at $7. But where would be a better area to short? The best area possible would be as close as we can get to that 50-day moving average. That 50-day moving average would be where a lot of people are going to be focused on. The 50-day moving average up near around the price of $9 would be the best area. Now, usually, the 50-day moving average is going to hold up as a major support or resistance line. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean. I'm going to get rid of the $7 resistance line right there, and then let's get rid of all the other indicators other than the 50-day moving average. So let's get rid of the 13 EMA. Let's get rid of the 200-day moving average. And let's just take a look at what usually happens when you come up to the 50-day moving average. Notice we have a bounce play here. Notice we have a bounce play here. Notice we have resistance and get rejected. Resistance and we get rejected. Resistance and we get rejected. Notice how we have a bounce play. So guess what happens? Usually you hit the blue line and you fall back on down. Or if you're above it, you come back down to the blue line and you bounce off of it. This would just count as support and resistance. So again, when we have support and resistance, traders get excited. When we have support and resistance, we get an idea of where a reversal is going to happen. Remember, stock trading is more about, right? When we're stock trading, we are trying to figure out not what is the best play. The best play of the day is easy to find. Right now it's BGLC. Boom. But the thing is, that doesn't mean I'm going to make a ton of money. I need to figure out where is a great entry. Where is a great entry for a long play? What is a great entry for a short play? That's where you actually make money. How many times have you guys ever said, oh, wow, I know the #1 best spiker of the day. But you get in, the stock falls, you lose money, you get out, and then it goes on a 400% rip. Just because you know the #1 top gainer of the day doesn't mean that you're going to make money. You need to be a trader that knows the #1 top gainer and also know where is a reversal going to happen so you have a good entry, if that's for a dip buy or for a short. So, REPL, how could I trade this right at this moment? REPL, if I wanted to trade the stock right at this exact moment, this is how you want to do it, okay? #1, you could load up shorts right now. You could say, Dek, I am a shorter. I want to see REPL dump. Well, clear-cut, easy answer is right now, REPL, strong resistance at $7, strong resistance at $7. The odds would say that this stock is going to fall back down to this purple line. This purple line is where we did have a dip buy, dip buy, dip buy, dip buy, dip buy, and the odds are you're probably going to get a dip buy here. Now, yes, at some point this wedge will break. This wedge is getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, and within probably the next hour, this stock is going to break its wedge. This wedge is either going to get a big rip on up or a big crash on down. This wedge is going to get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter until something dramatic does happen. So REPL, Is $7 the dramatic top and then it fades and falls? Or are we going to spike $7 and then again it goes on a big time squeeze and runs all the way up towards $9? So Dek, I want to short this. What should I do? If you want to short this play, you are entering right now, right next to $7, and then you are going to place a stop loss, or in pre-market, a mental stop loss right above the high of the day. If you hit a new high of the day, you got to get out because you can't risk getting squeezed. If you, again, want to go ahead and look for a short or a dip buy, you get in where at? Right at the purple line. Purple line, where do I have a stop loss? Stop loss is going to be underneath the purple line, somewhere about 20 cents underneath that area, where you're giving it a little bit of wiggle room, but at the same time, if you start cracking this purple line, you can't risk getting dumped on. So again, you have to be able to say, all right, I'm willing to get out. Notice though, traders, you never want to get involved. You never want to get filled in the middle. We don't want to get filled where, again, we're sitting at the price of, $6.60. That's right in the middle. Could go up, could go down. We don't know. We want to get filled at the extreme of both ends. That means, again, getting filled near a bottom or getting filled near a top. That's where, again, you have the best chance of success. So, same exact thing if we want to take a look at BGLC. BGLC right here, traders. This is what we love to see. And I talked about this, earlier today, probably around like 8:30 in the morning. But this is a textbook example of support and resistance. When you guys take a look at this pattern right here, what do you guys realize? We have a stock move on up, hit resistance, fall back on down. Stock move on up, hit resistance, fall back on down. Stock moves on up, hits resistance, falls back on down. Once it breaks, old resistance, the old ceiling, now turns into the new floor. Old resistance turns into support. Take a look at what we have right here. BGLC. What do we have? Resistance, $7 gets rejected. Resistance, $7 get rejected. Resistance, $7 get rejected. We break through it, and now turns into the new floor, $7. So the same exact picture I just showed you is literally step by step what we have right here. So BGLC, what do we have? $7 main resistance. What do we have right now? Top resistance, it seems like is up towards around that like 850-ish mark. So BGLC, Dek, how can I trade this stock? How can I get involved on this play? Well, again, same exact area, same exact way that we talked about before. Is number one, hey, I want to get filled on a short. Got to get filled short, got to get filled short, got to get filled short. If you get filled short here, stop loss, it's got to be at a new high of the day, probably like 885, something like that, where again, it would be hitting at this moment. Now, this stock is starting to break. Well, Dek, what if it starts fading and falling all the way back on down? Well, again, you get your dip buy area. Where's your dip buy? Back down near $7. And obviously, again, you want to have your stop loss underneath that area. Now, as you guys can see at this moment, BGLC is trying to squeeze a little bit. So again, we are actually above this area of 875. We actually just ran up towards 910. Let's try to figure out at this moment. Let's try to figure out where can BGLC get up to? Well, Dek, how do you figure that out? How do you figure out how high a stock could possibly get up to? Well, number one, you're going to have natural resistance. Natural resistance is going to be like $1, $5, $10, $15, $25, $50. It's those strong $1, $5, $25 increments. So again, usually $10 is a very strong natural resistance line. Now, we can also look at past chart history. Past chart history, guys, would be like, let me get rid of some of these other lines so they don't confuse you. Would be like, hey, where was there in a time in the past that we had a whole lot of trouble that we could, again, maybe have some trouble again? So I'm trying to look, here's $10. This old upper shadow right here, that's, again, $10 main resistance, right? That's, again, $10 natural resistance. Okay, we could have some trouble at $10. Well, Dek, what if, again, could it be like, why that upper shadow? Why not this one at $15? We could get up to $15. I'm just looking at what's next in line. I see that there's an upper shadow at around the price of $10. I see that there's an upper shadow at the price around $12. I see there's an upper shadow up near around the price of $15.50. So for me, I see $10, I see $12, I see $15. Those would be like the main areas that I would be, again, feeling confident to go ahead and pull the trigger on a short and say to myself, all right, hey, I could be able to make some money here. 10, 12, 15. Those would be the next kind of major areas that I would have. Also, BGLC, I could connect the dots here. Connect the dots just like we did over on REPL. Dek, what do we have? What are we focusing on? What do I want to see over on REPL? Well, or BGLC? Well, I do see we have a beautiful uptrend. And again, BGLC also, we can connect the dots up high as well, right? If we wanted to at this moment, connect the dots right here. And what are we seeing? What are we focusing on? Here's, again, strong top resistance. Could that top resistance area be up towards around 950? Now, you know what I will do? I would say, again, great starting entry would be where? Somewhere right up towards around $10. If we ever start smashing through $10, we do have to get out because we could possibly go all the way up towards around $12. But again, limit order. Where could be a great little starting limit order, guys? 500 shares, where at? right? If this play started spiking, we got up towards 946, a little bit of a big upper shadow right now, traders. I was going to say maybe a possible $10 entry, but that big upper shadow, I don't know. That thing's getting a little ugly, right? What do you guys think with the upper shadow? Well, now, Deck, what are you talking about with the upper shadows? Upper shadows are usually one of the best ways to know that a stock is going to fall and fade. So what an upper shadow is going to be these long wicks. So what we have right here is long wick, and as you guys can see, reversal. Long wick, as you guys can see, reversal. Long wick, as you can see, reversal. When you have this long wick, it shows that the stock spiked up to a certain high and there was not enough buyers to hold it at that high. What we essentially have here is, again, buyers running into this play saying, yes, 950, 940, 910, whatever, and then everyone retreats really quickly. That is a sign of weakness. So whenever you see big upper shadow, it usually shows sign of weakness. So again, strong resistance, probably out at around $9. Big upper shadow showing again strong sign of weakness. Stock has room to fall all the way back on down towards around that $8 mark right now. So notice how that big upper shadow right there is again leading towards a nice little drop, leading towards a nice little sell-off, because again, people know upper shadow, red candles, upper shadow, red candles, upper shadow, red candles. Now I wanted to look for a resistance line up near around $10. I wanted to jump on this play. But again, right now with that big upper shadow, we got to be careful, kind of seeing what's going to be coming on up here next. So let's keep that on the back burner. We do have REPL, still high watch, high alert at $7. BGLC, high watch and high alert. And then honestly, we have a very steep drop off. Now, what do I mean by a steep drop off is there's not much attention then. We don't have much attention after BGLC or REPL. No one really cares about SGD. No one really cares about TYGO. No one really cares about SUPX. No one really cares about, so again, little heads on up. The whole entire mob, the whole entire focus at this moment is over on BGLC right now. The whole entire mob, the entire focus, the entire, again, game plan, people are, again, more focused over on BGLC at this moment. That's the one that the majority of traders are focused on, okay? SUPX deck, SUPX got a little bit of hype. I like it. Thank you for the heads on up over there. So SUPX, all new Super X powered by NVIDIA, accelerating AI innovation. All right, not too bad, not too shabby. Again, has the word NVIDIA. NVIDIA, again, whenever you have the word NVIDIA, you definitely could be able to get some hype. You know, whenever you get the word NVIDIA, you definitely could. What was the last press release that had the word NVIDIA in it? That was LIDR, I want to say. You guys remember that? LIDR had that NVIDIA press release. Stocks started going on a big time rip and run. Stocks started again going on a nice pop there. So SUPX, maybe a little buying volume over on this one. Super XAI. I could imagine this play like turning into a meme stock. Couldn't you guys? Super XAI. Super X. Super XAI. Working with AI, artificial intelligence from NVIDIA. Blackwell again models. I could imagine, again, that play getting a little bit of hype. So, again, let's definitely turn our attention towards it. Let's be aware of it, right? So, Super X right now. Could that one turn into something big? All right, here, traders. Staying alert, staying ready, looking for that next possible play. Next possible buying volume and momentum. And I would say at this moment, kind of our top plays would be SUPX, and again, SUPX, and on top of that, BGLC. So I appreciate, again, all the great alerts, all the great work that you guys put in. I just want to share this press release with you guys. So let me share this over. And again, all we're looking for is $1,000 today, guys. $1,000 today. Let's get $1,000. Let's get 1,000 big ones. $1,000, 1,000 big ones. Deck, would you short SUPX? I'm going to be frank with you. I don't think I would. I don't think I would short SUPX. And the reason why I don't think I would short SUPX is it just has NVIDIA news. It's a newer IPO, it looks like. It's in the $20 range. I feel like this would be one that I would easily get burned on. Does anyone else feel like that? Anyone feel like if I ever shorted SUPX, it would be one of those plays that all of a sudden goes from 22 to 25 to 30. All of a sudden I'm shorting. I'm down $8,000. I'm hoping for the best. Like, that's like, I already get that feeling off of SUPX. I will not be shorting SUPX, even if this thing dumps, which it might, and it could. I don't feel comfortable shorting SUPX. BGLC is a much better short in my eyes over on BGLC. So BGLC, guys, much better short in my eyes. This stock, again, is starting to fade a little bit. Now, again, BGLC, we also should be getting a dip buy and bounce play here rather soon. I'm going to switch out our scanners and put our main scanners on right now. So give me 2 seconds. Let me go over to our main scanners. All right, awesome. Awesome. We are all set right here. Looking to see where the buying volume is going to take us. SUPX. That's going to be one we will definitely want to watch at the bell. Kind of see if that one is going to get crazy. And again, BGLC. We got to watch that one at the bell and see if that one's going to get crazy. All right, guys, which let's go ahead and take a little chat and vote. What do you guys like more? What stock, or let's not say what, let's say which stock will be the best spiker today? Guys, which one do you think? BGLC, or do you guys think SUPX? Now, again, remember, BGLC is the play that the majority of traders are focused on. At the same time, SUPX did just come out with a press release talking about working with NVIDIA. So could that one go crazy? So we have a new IPO play, which could catch fire and go crazy. Or do we stick with the stock that already has the most volume, but it just hit a high up near around 910, it's starting to fall? Which one do you guys like more? BGLC, SUPX? Everyone, go vote. So again, go underneath the live stream. Just scroll down underneath the live stream and you guys can cast your vote. Or you guys can click the poll button on the chat right here. Click the poll button on the chat and you'll be able to see it. Also, everyone over on YouTube right now. Everyone over on YouTube, yell out. Which one do you guys like more? BGLC or SUPX? Which one do you guys like more right here? All right, here. Let's again continue to keep our eyes peeled. Everyone cast your vote if you guys have not yet in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop the poll here. BGLC, 80% of the chat room. 80% of the chat room says Dek BGLC is going to be better. So 80% of the chat room is saying Dek BGLC is going to be a better play. Again, I'm not going to short. I'll tell you right now, I'm not shorting SUPX. Even though, again, I think it's fine and you definitely can. I feel like that's the exact type of play that I would get squeezed on. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm the play that it dumps on down and those who did short it make a lot of money. But the thing is, like, I just know if that thing ever caught fire, it would go crazy. BGLC is trying to stay alive here, guys. BGLC, it's definitely getting weaker. I will tell you that right now. BGLC, I would say, Dek, where would be a strong resistance line? Where would be a great little starting entry? It's 823 in the market right now. Let's try to figure this out together, okay? Right now, we're trying to look for our first entry on the day. Right now, we're trying to make that $1,000 profits. Can we make $1,000 today? That's the question. If it's in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or if it's in the next 24 hours. We need to make $1,000 on this day. How are we going to do it? Right now, the best bet would be BGLC. For us to make money, we have to be able to play a very volatile play. A play that has movement. A play that has activity. Volume equals activity. Activity equals profit. If a stock isn't moving, we can't make money on it. So BGLC is the most active mover. Now, BGLC at this time does have resistance up there around that 860, 875 mark. Now, as I'm speaking, guess what's happening? It is starting to crack its uptrend slightly, which is not good news for us because we're not entered. And as you guys can see, it is getting weaker. We do have strong resistance. Old upper shadow, 840. We do have strong resistance up near around 860. We do have, again, bounce plays right around that 850, 860 mark. The best chance for us at the start of the day, maybe in the next 5 minutes, would be, again, this stock opening on up, spiking up to 840, 850, and then getting rejected right back on down. Do I think we need to wait all the way back up towards 940? No. I think if it does get some hype, it's going to get rejected probably around 840s. Not only that, but I do know that there is some old spiking highs. Where? Well, guys, what is this line right here? Let me get rid of the top red line so that doesn't confuse you at all. If I can grab it. Come on, there you go. So what we have right here is 840. That's an old spiking high as well. So what I'm seeing at this moment is to me, it looks like BGLC is already getting weaker. It's cracking its uptrend. It's fading on down to the VWAP. What I'm seeing as well, 840 rejection, 840 rejection, 840 spike, back underneath 840, 840 rejection, and now getting weaker. Most likely going to fade back down towards around 750. At the bell, we might spike back on up. spike back up where? Towards 840, which is also a past chart history area before it continues to fade and fall even lower. So if you can get an entry somewhat around 840, I think that's a great area to be able to have a great chance of success for a reversal back on down. The hardest thing is, are we going to get enough buying volume to push us back up towards that area, or is this already done with? Is this going to start crashing and fading and falling down to the VWAP, underneath the VWAP? Because in all reality, if we wanted to just break this play on down and make it simple, we can see what? Bullishness is here. Every single trader can stand on up and agree and say, Dek, we are bullish as long as we stay above what? This purple line right here. And again, we are going to be considered bearish, which is weakness, sellers, shorters, as long as we are underneath that purple line, aka the uptrend. So bullishness, bearishness, 840 target in the next 3.5 minutes. Get filled, see a reversal back down towards $8 or so. That's the goal. So we want to see what we have. We want to see what we can do. We want to see what we're focusing on. And of course, keeping our eyes peeled over on BGLC. Now, Dek, do you have any live orders? Do you have any live trades? Do you have anything that's gotten filled so far today? As always, guys, I'm extremely transparent. I do not have anything filled yet. So any trade that I do get involved in, you guys will see. Any trade that I pull the trigger on, you guys will see. Anything that's getting filled on, again, my P&L box, you guys will see. So I'm not filled yet, but we still have, again, about 2.5 minutes until, again, we have a chance to be able to get ourselves filled and ready to rock. Now, I got my short locates already on BGLC. I got them at like 8 o'clock this morning. So BGLC, I'm already set. I'm already ready to rock and roll. I'm already good to go over on that play. And I believe I have 3,000 shares. Let me just double check right here. Let me just type in 840 real quick. I believe short. Oh, no, I don't have any shares over on BGLC. Excuse me. So I stand incorrected. How much are shares over on BGLC? BGLC right here. Let's say I want to get 3,000 shares. Inquire. Let me see what I have here. BGLC, I thought I had shares. I guess I do not. 3,000 shares right here. Locate lowest, cancel. How much is that costing? $180. Now, $180. Is that a lot of money? 3,000 shares. Let's think about this. How much money do I need, or how much of a move do I need to make back 180 bucks? Well, Dek, if you got filled 3,000 shares at the price of $840, how much money or how much of a move would I need for me to make my money back? Well, 3,000 shares, every 10 cents would be $300. So if the stock goes from $840 back on down towards around $834, 6 cents, you would make your money back. So right now, the shorting fee is a 6 cent margin. You would have to be able to get filled, fall 6 cents, and from that 6 cents area is where you make profit. So it doesn't matter, again, if it is 3,000 shares or if you just want to do 1,000 shares. 1,000 shares, locate lowest, guess what it is? $60. So again, it's 6 cents. So right now you have to ask yourself, hey, Dek, can I make back 6 cents? And I think the answer to that question is yes, you can. So again, it's really not that expensive. It's a 6 cent move you would have to make back. And again, a stock that has gone on a 74% spike from $4 to $9.46. I think you're going to make back more than 6 cents, right? So I'll wait until we get back up above $8 to locate my shares. But I just want to, again, let you guys know it's not that expensive in the grand scheme of things, to be honest, because you're trying to make back 6 cents. So let's see what we have here. Right now, $9.29 in the market. Guys, wake up. Everyone smash that thumbs on up if you guys haven't on YouTube yet. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Let's get ourselves excited. I'm again jacked up here. Ready to go, ready to rock, ready to get after it. Big day ahead. Ready to see where this momentum's going to go. Ready to see where this attention and this hype and this... Here we go, guys. Sometimes, again, you just got to let out a little bit of a scream. Just one of those warrior screams. One of those. Just get it out. Get yourself jacked up on the day. Here we go. Team, it is currently 9:29. Get ourselves going here. Waiting to see where the buying volume is going to be heading towards next. 10 seconds till the market opens on up. We also have SUPX. We got to be watching, guys. SUPX might be a buy if it ever starts getting back up to $20 plus, but it just has to be. It has to be right now all traders going to BGLC. Has to be all traders going to BGLC at this moment saying, hey, you know what? This is the play that we have to get ourselves involved in. This is the play that we have to get ourselves filled on. This is the play that has to have the best chance of success. But again, we have to wait. Can we get it back above $8 and be able to make some money? All right? 8:30, we are now live. BGLC, we're now live at this moment. Let's see, can we move ourselves back on up towards around that $8 mark, get after it, and try to make some cash. So BGLC, we're strong resistance. Now again, we also have that 840 area, strong resistance here. So I think again, I would say 829. That could be at least a starting point. Dek, I want to get filled at 829. Okay, that's a great little starting point. You know, let's see if we can get filled there. Okay, 834. That's a starting point, right? So again, maybe possible fill right there. What I want to see, to be frank with you, is I want to see a quick, big green candle right to this purple line. Quick green candle right up to 838, right up to 840, and then again get the retracement and get the pullback. We know the amount of resistance we have at 840. We know that 840 should hold up as a very nice area. Now, if it breaks 840, we get out, we move on. But I want to see one nice big green candle up to 840, maybe even up to 860. I'm going to put in orders at 840 area, and then I'm going to go up a little bit higher just in case, up towards like 860 and maybe like 864, like something like that. But, guys, here was the little upper shadow. It only got up to 810. Dang it. That stinks sometimes, guys. There's our profit right there. There's our $1,000 day potentially. So there's our $1,000 day right there. Now, again, Dek, where could we look for a possible entry? VWAP is 760. So VWAP would be next. 760 area. Just a little heads on up for you guys. So it's like, you know, we had the right idea. We had the right idea right there. It just didn't do it, right? Dek, where's next area? Next area for, again, resistance. And I mean, we planned that out perfectly. Would just be if we spike back on up towards around 750, 760. 751. Short, 760, short, 764, quick little short. So see this little upper shadow? We only got up to 812. We wanted a little bit more here. The idea was there. The idea was there. The plan was there. I like it. I mean, we didn't get up to the very tippity top. That's all. So, Dek, I want to short BGLC. I think it's going to turn into an all-day loser. Most likely VWAP is the next area of resistance, where again we bounce off the VWAP. We could definitely see a quick little spike up towards 750, 760, and then come back on down. I wouldn't hold that one super long because there is a chance you get right back up towards like 770, but I would say it would be a quick little trade. Get in, watch to see if you get rejected off the VWAP, come back down to 720, try to make like $300, $400. So I do think you could get a nice little chance off that 750, 760 mark to try to make some quick money and reverse back on down. I will look for a short at the VWAP to see if we can get rejected at that VWAP area. Okay? So looking to be able to see that. If that could happen, if we ever start squeezing back on up, I would just get out, move on, keep my loss as tight as possible. But the VWAP area is the next area of resistance. That's at 759, the little heads on up. Guys, just got filled with my entry, 759. 759 just got filled with my entry. 759, 3,000 shares on the short side, seeing if this is going to reverse back on down. And right now, I'm getting caught up slightly in a little bit of a short squeeze at this moment, which kind of sucks. So give me a second right here. I got to watch to see what I'm going to do on this play, see if this stock is going to upper shadow and reverse. If not, I'm getting out here. Dek, where are you getting out? $8 stop loss. We go back above $8. I'm not going to hold this and get squeezed on out. I am in on this play right now with 3,000 shares at the price of $7.58, looking to see if we're going to upper shadow and reverse. I tried to get in at the VWAP. VWAP broke. Stock is looking a little too strong. I'm going to cut my losses right now and take my loss. So I'm getting out right now, guys. I'm out on this play. Got to move on from the play. Stock is squeezing too high on me. I look for a VWAP crack, VWAP rejection. Stock moved itself back on up. Dek, where can you go up towards now? Go on up towards around the uptrend. The uptrend area at this point is up towards around 860s. Dek, did you think that again the stock was going to squeeze back on up that quickly? No, I did not. I did not think we were going to squeeze right back on up. We had basically, it went through the VWAP like butter right there. That thing went right through the VWAP, guys. As you guys can see, I mean, we basically crashed and we went right through the VWAP. I had to get out. No way I can hold and hope. No way I could sit there and again continue to lose. We went right through the VWAP. I got out within again the minute. Why did I get out? No reason for me to again take any unnecessary loss. Right now, next entry over on this play would be up towards around that 870 mark. 870 area, go ahead and try to be able to make some gains, try to be able to make some profits. BGLC went all the way from the price of $7, looking to see if we can spike back up towards around that 870 area. So again, I'm going to be waiting for this purple line, that uptrend area. Dek, are you upset you took the VWAP trade? No. Again, VWAP trade I'm happy with. VWAP trade, again, I have to take that area. Next area I'm looking for a short is I'm looking for right here, that purple line. Are we going to get rejected? I'm not getting filled right now. Now, again, you know what's a very good thing? And again, people always go back and forth, right? Because I'm live streaming my trades, people always say, again, a few different things. Number one, what they usually say is that whenever I get out of a play, right, I'll get out of a stock. And again, if the stock falls on down, sometimes people say, Dek, see, you should have kept on holding your play. And then again, whenever that doesn't happen, people don't say that. So again, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I will tell you right now, imagine if I kept holding my 3,000 shares over on BGLC. If I kept holding my 3,000 shares over on BGLC, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I would be down a lot more than $1,000 right now, wouldn't I? I'd be down I would be in some trouble right now. So BGLC, this would be a play that would definitely hurt me if I was still holding, still hoping. Let's recap trade number one. Trade number one was we wanted to get filled at $8.40 for the dump on down towards $7. Stock came back on up towards around the price of $7.58. VWAP area, I looked for an entry. Stock again looked like it was looking too strong. I got out. That's all you can do in stock trading. In stock trading, you look for points of resistance, points of reversals. And if you get it, you hold it. And if you don't have it, you move on. Right? That's the way stock trading works. So now we have to look for what's that next point of reversal. Now, again, this is where things are going to start getting a little bit more troubling. This is where, again, things are going to get a little harder for every single person right now. We are going to have different areas that we can have success at. Where is, and let me ask you guys a frank question right now, where is BGLC going to reverse at? BGLC, where are we going to reverse at? Are we going to reverse at, again, this uptrend? Now, Dek, why? Why would we reverse at this uptrend? Well, if we wanted to take a look over on this play, would you guys not agree that BGLC had a bounce play, had a bounce play, had a bounce play, had a bounce play, had multiple bounce plays? Here we had the little crack and, again, resistance right there. Is all this support not going to turn into resistance right here? Wouldn't we see a lot of times that support turns into resistance? It doesn't just have to be a horizontal line. A lot of times it could be on an uptrend where that is going to be holding on up as a tough little area. So we could easily see our support or resistance turn to support. It's the same exact thing if we ever went back underneath it. If we ever went back underneath it, here's a good example. Here's support, here's resistance, right? But then again, it flip-flops every now and then going back and forth. So again, an uptrend like this, where I see again, bounce, that could be an area of trouble and resistance. Well, Dek, what if we smash through that? Well, if we smash through that, then what do we have next? We have all the way on up towards that 950 area. 950 is going to be a very strong resistance area. Why is 950 going to be a strong resistance area? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the pre-market high. The pre-market high right next to 950, that is going to be a point that a lot of traders are going to say, hey, you know what? I think we're going to break through here, but we got to lock in profits around 950. If we break 950, what's the last area? $10. So we have three different upcoming areas. We have number one, 875. That's going to be right around this uptrend. That's going to be old support holding up as the new floor. We do have area number two, which is going to be pre-market high, 945. And we do have area number three, which is going to be $10. The last thing that we want to look at is let's look at past chart history pattern. Is there any area from the past that is going to say, all right, hey, Dek, this is going to be strong resistance? We do have an old upper shadow right there at around $10 as well, back on April in 2024. So BGLC, the most risky entry you can get right now, little heads on up, is going to be at the 875 mark. That's the most risky entry you can have. Why? Because you're getting a stock that's spiking very hard. You're having a stock that is halted on the upside. And most likely, this stock has a great chance of getting you filled and it could squeeze up higher. 940 is the next entry that has medium risk, but still, again, maximum reward. You have a chance that if it goes up higher, the higher percentage, the more people are going to take profits. Then on top of that, you have the chance all the way up to $10. $10, you may not get filled. But if you do get filled, you are at the highest area possible. Right now here, traders, I think I want to trade safe. Now, what do I mean by trade safe? I am going to spread out some orders at some different areas. I'm going to go up more towards around this top. I think that's smarter for me, especially being in the red. I'm going to go orders kind of 920, look for a short. I'm going to go the orders up towards 960, look for a short. And I'm going to go up orders all the way up towards around 990. So I'm not going to get filled until we get near the pre-market high, at the pre-market high, and up near around $10. Because I'm just a little bit nervous in the next 7 seconds that if I get filled at 875, it might just blast through my order and I'm going to lose even more, and I don't want that. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 870 hit so far. 870 hit, and here comes a little bit of rejection. Are we going to squeeze and spike again? 870, guys. Look at that. Purple line hit on the dot, and this thing started fading and falling. Guys, 870, strong resistance right now. 870, strong resistance. I mean, that was one of the areas. It's just a little bit nerve-wracking, obviously. And again, I don't think you guys can blame me. 870 is a scary area to get filled at because guess what? If we broke through 870, 875, this thing could have took on off. Now, the big question is, are we still going to squeeze on up or are we going to be done with here? You know, there's a lot of traders trying to make some money here, right? We, again, opened on up. Quick little spike right up towards 870. Here's a little bit of a pullback. Traders, what do you guys think is going to happen here? Can we get above this uptrend? Or no, deck. Hey, we're going back on down. We're going to start fading and falling back down to the VWAP. This is going to get ugly. We, again, had 3 different areas. Uptrend, pre-market high, $10. And guess what? The uptrend continued to hold so far. The uptrend is continuously holding. I am not going to get FOMO here. I am not going to chase. I'm not going to put myself in a bad position. I am going to still wait. Still wait for my 920s, 940s, $10. That's what I'm going to do. Deck, what if that's don't get filled? If that doesn't get filled, I'll wait for another play. I'll wait for a different trade. You know? We know BGLC is here. It's great to be able to alert these areas and call them. But at the end of the day, it comes down to your risk tolerance, what you're willing to win, what you're willing to lose, what you're willing to put yourself in on. Now, again, I probably would have, again, jumped in on BGLC at 875 if I wasn't already in the red on my first trade. You know what I mean? So since I was already in the red on my first trade, it does make it a lot more difficult for me to want to jump in again, you know, because, hey, you know what? I don't want to get squeezed out. You know what I mean? So let's see if this thing is going to keep on squeezing even more here. I'm going again, 920, 940, $10. That's kind of what I'm looking for next. All right, now, team, we got a high of the day of 898. A little bit of an upper shadow here. $9 is the Holt area. Could we get Holted again on the upside? $9 is the Holt area. Still trying to squeeze out some shorts. Right now, team, no entry for myself on the short side. Waiting. So again, buyers are still trying to push on up. You have that little upper shadow right here. Still watching this one closely. Here again, buyers are trying to push this thing on up. And you can see, look at the trouble. I mean, look at the resistance trouble, guys. We're in a 1-minute time frame. How many times are we hitting this? Purple line getting rejected. Purple line getting rejected. This is the issue. So just a little heads on up for every single trader. It's so cool. Regardless if you're in, if you're out, if you're up, if you're down, I think it's like a superpower in a way that you could be able to figure out where stocks are going to turn out. Where do stocks have trouble at? I think it's so cool that you could be able to figure out, wow, this is where resistance is at. Well, why is resistance right here? Because that's where the purple line's at. So traders, as you guys can see, the purple line, the uptrend is still not giving up. And that's like the uptrend is still not giving on up here. The uptrend is holding up at strong resistance. Notice where we had, again, bounce play support, bounce play support, bounce play support. Then again, guess what happens? Resistance, resistance, resistance. As long as we stay underneath this uptrend, we are still considered bearish. So you guys have a little bit of that superpower in you, showing you again exactly where stocks are going to turn in reverse. That is confirming that this is the nice uptrend area right now. It looks pretty good at this moment. It's still looking for that break of 870. Is anyone long on this play? Is anyone saying, Deck, I got to go long on BGLC? Deck, I'm going long right now on BGLC at the price of $8. Deck, I'm going long on BGLC at this moment, looking to see if this stock is going to squeeze and rip and run and keep on going. Guys, I mean, if we take a look over on BGLC at this time, guess what? We still have a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble over on BGLC with a lot of old upper shadows. I mean, old upper shadow at 840, old upper shadow at 850, old upper shadows at 850, 860. And if this play cannot get above 880, it will fall. If this play cannot get above 880, we're going all the way back on down to the VWAP, little heads on up. So stock is getting a little bit weaker right now at this time. Stock is starting to fade a little bit more at this time. Stock is, again, starting to, drop on down right here at this moment. So BGLC has had its fair share of spiking. Spike up to 850 and got rejected. Spike up to 850, got rejected. Spiked up to 940, got rejected. Spiked on up to $9, right around $9, got rejected. But right now, traders, no squeeze, no spike, no rip, no run. Now, Deck, are we going to get that spike here once again? Again, we will see. I kind of want to jump in right now just because we're still near 850. We're above $8 and we have so much room to fall. Room to fall all the way back on down towards sub $8 or so. I mean, this is what I'm talking about right here. You know, I'm not going to chase it, though. I'm not going to chase it. I waited for my entry. I tried to get filled up near around that $9 area. Stock is definitely losing its hype, losing its buying volume, losing its attention. You guys could see how many times it's getting rejected. I mean, traders, take a look. Get rid of this uptrend here for a second and just take a look at this moment on how many times we came on up towards the overall area of that like 850 mark and hasn't been able to hold. 850, fall. 850, fall. Broke above it, fall. 850, fall. So we keep having a lot of trouble right around that 850 mark. So right now, BGLC, one trade for myself, back on down towards the VWAP. We cut through that like butter. Is there any chance that, again, we're going to work our way back on up, get above 850? If you ever start getting your way back above 850, buyers are definitely going to start getting excited again. Right now here, traders, we are just focused on this play. Watching to see, could we ever squeeze back on up? That's what buyers are looking for right now. You know, can it squeeze again? Guys, let's also look at SUPX. SUPX right here. Unfortunately, that one just came right back on down. SUPX came right back on down. BGLC right now, guys, is getting a little bit weaker, is again starting to fade a little bit, trying to get a little bit of hype. And this is really the play that's like the only play that's left right now. This is the play that's the only play that's left. It's the only play that has a little bit of attention, a little bit of hype behind it. You know, this is a play that traders are saying, come on, please, something good happen. Guys, BGLC, I'm actually going to look to see if I can slowly start, you know, adding back in on this position and see if I can, you know, start building a position. I'm going to hold it as long as it can stay underneath 850. So again, for myself, to be honest with you, I think I'm going to slowly start looking to add back into the stock as long as we stay underneath 850. If we ever started squeezing back above 850, I would say, hey, you know what? Time for get out. Time to move on. Time to, again, you know, get out of this play. So, Dek, what are you thinking right here? This red line would be, again, stop loss. That red line right there, stop loss. Just a little heads on up. So I kind of just want to slowly keep building a position on this play just in case it ever does dump. And if it does dump, at least I can get something out of it. You know what I mean? So I like to always have, like, for the plays, I don't like to ever just let them all pass me by. I like to always have some sort of skin in the game. So no matter what, even if the stock again, you know, starts dumping, at least I'm getting some sort of profit out of it. You know? So I do have right now 1,000 shares that's filled over on BGLC at the price of, you know, almost $8, just in case this one does dump. In case BGLC falls apart, at least again, I'm going to be able to make some sort of money out of it. So right now, traders, in on BGLC, not in on a 3,000 share position, but I do have at this moment 1,000 share position just in case BGLC ever falls apart. And if it does fall apart, hey, you know what? At least I'll be able to make something out of it. VWAP right now, still trying to hold on up though as the main profit. VWAV, that was yesterday's #1 top gainer, correct? VWAV, yesterday's #1 top gainer, little mid-candle breakout pattern. Maybe again runs up to $10, gets rejected. Guys, little heads on up right now. BGLC, guys. BGLC might be getting weaker here. If BGLC can stay underneath the VWAP, we could be able to get a dump back down to $7 or so. That would be the ultimate goal. Ultimate goal would be crash all the way back down to $6. You know, ultimate goal would be crash all the way back down to $6, be able to get a nice big sell-off, get a nice big fade. We can make back our money on the day, right? And that's what we want to do. We want to make back our $1,000 loss and basically start fresh, right? Make back our $1,000 loss, start fresh, see the stock start getting weaker and be able to make some money. So right now we are up in the green, $300. Right now the VWAP area though is the main area of support and resistance. So we got to stay underneath the VWAP. Are we going to be able to stay underneath the VWAP? I'm sure we're going to get a couple little tests of $8 here and there though. I'm just looking to see where momentum is going to be at. I will let you guys know again. I'm still going to keep building a position as long as we don't go above 850. Okay. So if we ever go back above that red line, you have to get out. That's just the way, you know, stock trading works. You can't hold that play if it ever goes back above 850. You just can't. You end up taking too big of a loss if it ever squeezed. If you ever got caught in that squeeze, it's just not worth it. So small position right now. Let it again, you know, hopefully fade as time goes by, as people lose interest, right? So that's what I would ultimately be looking for people to lose interest and people to say, you know what, this play isn't really working for me anymore. Any little pop, you could add some shares. BGLC is the clear-cut #1 top gainer. XBP, little bit of a spike. XBP, little bit of a spike right now. TYGO, no. SGD, no. AACG. BGLC. BGLC, if it spikes, it might get back up towards like 820, 825. And again, watching as long as you don't go back above this red line. Now, Dek, what if you do get back above that red line? Well, then again, you get out. Stop loss is hit. You move on from that play. So if I do get a full position built on this play, I would say like another 3,000 shares built on this stock, then I would just put a stop loss in, like a hard stop. Say above 850, 100% out. Now, traders, I always want to ask, though, is there any confusion about any trade that I want? Is there any confusion about any trade that I'm looking to get myself involved in? Is there anyone here saying, Dek, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get what you're looking at. I don't get why you would do this. I don't get, again, what you're feeling here. Again, all I'm doing at this moment is I'm looking at a stock that is now bearish, a stock that's been rejected off 850 5 times in a row, and a stock that, again, is looking like it's getting weaker, especially as we're 30 minutes in and we don't have any sort of big breakouts or any sort of big spikes. I could imagine some slow fading and falling and dropping and some weakness to start moving back in on these plays. That's kind of more what it is. So right here, team, continuously keeping my eyes peeled to see where the buying volume is going to take at. El Cabrera, Dek, can you turn on captions? English is not my first language. Is there a way to do that? I don't know if it works with a live. If there's live translating from YouTube, that would be pretty cool. I don't think there's a way for me to do that. If there is, send it to me, and I'll be happy to, again, be able to do that. I just don't think there is, though, on a live version. Right now, traders, a little bit of a spike, little bit of a pop right now over on BGLC. BGLC, guys, here comes a little bit of a pop again. BGLC almost had a little bit of a spike right on up. Still watching this play. You guys know my drill. You guys know what I'm looking at. You guys know what I'm focused on. You guys know where I'm at over on this play here. So I am, again, just slowly trying to build any sort of position I can right around that like 810 mark, 815-ish mark. Stop loss up towards around 850. Just being the best trader I can be. And again, making sure I'm being smart with every single thing I do. No reason to put myself in any sort of bad position. Got to be able to got to be willing to get involved on a play if I want to make money. That's just the way, again, stock trading works. Sometimes people say, Dek, I want to make money, but I'm too scared to get involved in a play. You have to be able to understand that, okay, hey, this is stock trading. There is always a chance that you can lose money. There's always a chance that you can, not be able to come out on top. There's just always a chance that that can happen. That's part of stock trading. That's part of, again, getting involved in plays. Part of getting involved in plays is saying to yourself, all right, this money I could possibly lose on, but you have to be willing to give it a chance. Right now, BGLC, watching this one to see, again, if this one is going to be able to move itself on up. You guys know we have a hard 850 stop loss. If that stock ever started breaking that area, what I would like to see is, again, back underneath the VWAP. Anything underneath the VWAP shows, again, shows strength for me, like weakness for me. Dek, how high can this one move itself on up to if I'm shorting? Could get up towards around 840 to even 844. This is kind of like our new downtrend. So just a little heads on up. This is like our new downtrend area. If anyone's kind of saying, all right, Dek, how could I be trading this play? New downtrend, trend line, $9. Trend line, $8.65. Next area of touching would be like $8.50 if we do get a little pop here. So if we get a little pop coming on up here, team, next area is going to be that $8.50 mark. Just a little heads on up for you. So keep your eyes peeled. BGLC, you guys know what I'm looking at. What do I ultimately want to see then? Back underneath the VWAP, nice little crack, small wedge forming at this moment. Just trying to explain my trade to you in every single way I possibly can. And again, making sure that you guys have a full understanding of my trade. Guys, here comes a nice dump. Come on, BGLC, get halted on the downside. Guys, BGLC, get halted on the downside, you freaky little animal. BGLC, keep on dumping. BGLC, keep falling apart. BGLC, keep going lower. This is nothing for you, BGLC. You absolute piece of shit stock. You absolute piece of, you just fall apart. Dump right now. Keep going lower. You absolutely nothing. You piece of fucking, you got nothing on us here. Come on now. Let's go. Let's see if BGLC can keep on crashing. I want to see if this one can go underneath $7, guys. If we can ever crash sub $7, we could, again, be able to make a whole lot of money right here. So let's see if this thing can crash 7. We have made back our loss on the day. We've made back our loss on the day right now. Let's see if this thing can keep on falling even lower. Crack $7. Let's see if we can get that dump right now. Come on, dump you. Come on. You're nothing. You got nothing for you. Should crash all the way back on down. It's trying to hold on up here slightly. Trying to hold on up here slightly at this moment here, traders. Trying to hold up here slightly at this time. We're looking for a little bit of that sell-off. We can get it. Crash all the way back down to $6. If, again, you're in the red, you can take your profits right now and just say, hey, Dek, you know what? I'm just getting out and, again, making my profits. Come on. Right now, traders, let this one keep on fading if we can get it. We want to allow our winners to run. Now, Dek, why is it bouncing at the area it is? Because we do have bottom support. We're at right around $6.94. But again, I would love to see $6.94. $6.94, $7. I would love to see that. We just had a nice hard red candle. Beautiful. But let's see if we can come back on down towards this main support line, like the low of the day. Low of the day is like $7. I want to see like sub 710. Right? What did we come on down to for a second? We came down to like 710 for a moment. Right? So let's even get that sub 710, guys, and then we can get the heck out of here. Like, let's see if we can get like a sub 710, 720, 728, 726, 25. Come on. Come on there. 730. So, again, 720. Come on now. We're right there. Let's get that big red candle, guys. Let's get that big 720s. 720s, guys. 697 is the Holt area. 717. Come on now. 1100. We're close. We're close, ladies and gentlemen. We're close right here. 720, 719. Guys are up $1,300. $1,300 in profit right now. $1,300 in profit. 1,300. Come on! I want to see this thing fall apart. Who's buying this stock right now? No one. This thing should be dumping down to 690 and almost getting halted in a second. This stock should be falling apart here. No one's buying this play, BGLC. This play's over with. It's done. It's trash. It has nothing going for it. Its family doesn't love it. Its mom, again, gave up. Its dad gave up. Again, you are nothing, BGLC. You were bullied in high school, cut from the 7th grade football team. You were never going to play quarterback ever in your life. You have zero athletic ability. You're 5'1". You wore high heels as a kid. Let's go. 726. Let's see if this thing can fall apart. Come on. Sometimes you got to beat down the stock a little bit mentally and physically, emotionally. Beat it down. This thing, again, still barely holding on by a thread. Barely holding on by a thread. There we go. 716, 715, 710. 710 coming on up. Guys, we're up 1,500. Let's see if we crack $7. Crack $7 here, guys. Crack 7 at this moment. We got 710, 702, 706. Get halted on the downside. 709, we're up $1,500 at this moment. 706, so I'm still holding right now. Still holding at the moment, guys. 1,700 shares, still holding for the crack. Let's see if we keep on going lower here. Getting out. Taking my profits, guys. All right, team. Guys, took my profits. I got out of that play. Got out of that play right now. Took my gains. Got out of it. Took my profits. So right here, team, we are all set, ready to go. So beautiful work. Absolutely great. Absolutely awesome. And again, amazing job for every single trader right now at this moment. All right. Hey, team, everyone make some money with me right now? Hey, we're halfway there. We're halfway there right now. We're halfway there at the moment. Halfway there. Hey, let's see what we can do at this time. Let's do it. Hey, Claire. Can you put on, type in non-copyright music. So again, I don't want to get a strike at all, but put on hype up music, non-copyright, because I already have a strike on my YouTube channel, so I can't do one again. So again, non-copyright, hype up music, get the crowd going. Can you get that for me, Claire? Can you do that? You got a song in line? Okay, let's see what we got here. Non-copyright hype music. This is music that's free, so I don't get in trouble. Let's see what we got. Can you feel it? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I love non-copyright free music. This is awesome. This is awesome music. This music sucks! This music sucks! This music sucks! This music absolutely blows! Claire, turn this shit off! Okay, let's get back to it. Here we go. Let's see where this action goes here next. BGLC, we're still watching this play right now at this moment. We got to still make $500, guys. We got to make $500. I know you guys are talking about XBP right now. XBP going on a little bit of a pop at this time. So absolutely beautiful. And again, congrats. J Beans made $2,200. Great work, J Beans. Guys, awesome job. Awesome work for everyone who made some money over on that play. Again, we're watching XBP at this time as well. Does XBP have any sort of news? I just want to see right now. I know a lot of people going to XBP. So it's getting a little bit of hype right now. Do 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 do. All right, we got to get the next trade. We made back again. We lost $1,000 and then we just made $1,500 on our last trade. Because again, that stock was being a little sneaky on us. And again, you know, we got to get after it. People say, "Hey, I want to be a pilot, but I'm scared of heights." Okay, you ain't being a pilot. Hey, Dek, I want to be a scuba dive instructor, but again, I'm scared of the ocean. Okay, you ain't being a scuba dive instructor. Hey, Dek, I want to be an escort, but I'm not very social. Okay, then you're not being an escort. You know, it just kind of comes on down to like who you are. You got to be willing to be able to go ahead and pull the trigger if you want to be able to make money. That's all it comes on down to, right? You got to be willing to be able to get involved in plays. Right now, we got to make sure we are all set here. XBP still trying to again get a little bit of a push. So right now, guys, we got about $500 that we still have to make. Still got to make about $500. So XBP, how much higher can this one go up towards? Little side note, traders, if I may ask. Is there anyone here who was not able to short? Was anyone saying, Dek, I couldn't short that play. Robinhood doesn't allow me. Guys, I'll tell you right now, 99% of brokers are absolute dog poop. You cannot short with a lot of those brokers. That's why, again, you have to be using Cobra trading. So again, if you want to be able to short, Cobra is the best for shorting. Literally the best. They have shorts on nearly every single play. So again, check out Cobra, use Cobra. That's where I'm going to get all my shorts. So all my shorts are over on Cobra. All right, XBP. Let's see how high can this one spike up towards. XBP. Can we again go on up even higher? Dek, what is it? Look at this. Look how nice this is. So traders, look what we have right here. We have old spiking high. Where at? That area like 230. That lines up really well with this old spiking high right here, right around that 230 area. So we do have 230, 230, kind of have like these two different areas right here that are lining up really well. Dek, what if it breaks through that? Then it's probably going on up towards around 250. Why 250, Dek? Because what you want, what I call this is what I call basically like the candle to candle transition. It's basically like I'm always looking for where's the issue. So right here, where's the issue? Red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle, green candle. Red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle. It just seems like a lot of times when you get that random little like hiccup, you get that random little issue, you get that random little problem, you get that random like, ooh, how did that hold up there? That's usually where you do start seeing a lot of resistance. So I want to take a look over on this play right now. I want to see XBP. Can I short this play? Right? XBP. Short this play. How many shares, Dek? Probably 5,000 shares. Inquire about it. 5,000 shares. I want to go ahead and check this on out. Locate lowest. Cancel. This cost me $37 to do. I like it. $37. That's absolutely fine. I got 4,900 shares. I'm going to start loading these on up. XBP, where at? 500 shares. Dek, where would you get 500 shares at? At the price of probably 250. Then again, 251. 252. And I'm just going to keep loading on up. And if I get filled at those top areas, I like it. 254, 255, 256, 257, so on and so forth. So I like that area if I can get filled at what I believe is like that little hiccup area, that little candle to candle transition area. The area where, again, we take a look over on XBP and we say to ourselves, hey, we had red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle. Ooh, green candle. Not only a little green candle right there, but again, old spiking high, right? And that's kind of more up towards around that 260-ish mark. So again, we kind of have old spiking high 260, little green candle, and then a whole bunch more red. I just feel like that's going to be the nice area that I always like to look for. So that's the next area I want to see. That's the next area that I want to look for. That's the next area that I want to be able to be focused on. So can we get one more little pop on up towards that 260 area? SUPX also halted on up. So SUPX halted on the upside. I don't want to be bouncing around like a madman, but look at SUPX, guys. SUPX, that's the play that I'm too scared to short on. SUPX, I'm too scared to short that one. So right here, there, traders, make sure you guys are being smart. Make sure you guys are being safe. Make sure you guys are, again, doing everything correct. And we are waiting and watching. And SUPX, we're keeping that one on high watch and high alert. XBP, we are also keeping on high watch and high alert. So these are the two stocks. Deck, do we need BGLC anymore? We do not. We don't need BGLC right now. BGLC came on down to a beautiful area. We were able to, again, nail that sell-off. Congrats to those that were able to nail that sell-off. XBP is our new play we're watching, guys. XBP, new play we're watching, new play we're focused on. We might get filled here over on XBP if, again, we get that new high of the day and we get a little bit of ripping and running. And again, we kind of want just like a strong green candle. Strong green candle right up to 250, 260, pullback. That's the goal. High of the day is 232 right now. So we're about 7 cents away from a brand new high of the day. XBP sitting right next towards against some highs. So we got a few plays we're watching. Guys, if you guys are enjoying this day, if you guys are having some fun, if you guys are, again, loving life right now, make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up at this moment. And again, get the people excited. So again, absolutely awesome, absolutely great. Smash that thumbs on up. Let's keep this party going. You know what's a cool little fun fact? Cool little fun fact is my hat. My hat matches my arm color. Look at this farmer's tan, guys. Look at this farmer's tan right now. Look at this. This is why I wore this white hat, because it matches my farmer's tan. All right, traders. Let's get back to it. 233. Let's see if we can keep on going here at this moment. 230, 233, 231. Got up towards 240 so far. We want to see a little bit more than that. We might get filled here relatively soon if we get a little bit more of that pop. And again, we're looking at a candle-to-candle transition in the 255 to 260 region. 255 to 260 region is the goal. We got a little pop up to 241. Starting to fade back on down. So we're not always going to get the perfect entry. Like, who knows? This thing could easily squeeze back on up, but we can't change entries. We can't pick an entry and then it doesn't hit and then we change it and then that doesn't hit and then we change that and the next thing you know, we should have just kept the first entry. I don't like doing that. I don't like being that person. Right now, we do have XBP. We're just watching to see if that thing is going to squeeze and spike up towards, again, that 250 mark. And within, again, a few seconds, we could go see a new high of the day. Then within a few seconds... wait, hold on a second. Why does that say we had an upper shadow up towards around 250? We did not. We did not, sir. This, again, is a blatant lie. Whatever this is right here, does anyone else have this? That is a blatant lie, sir. Because if we got all the way up towards 255, 256, I'd be filled right now. This is not true. This is a fake Fugazi upper shadow right here. Because I have entries at 250, 251, 252, 253. That's a Fugazi candle. It ain't real. It's fairy dust. So maybe that's just on trade ideas. Right now it's on Cobra. It says 240, 241 is the high. Okay, now we're good. Come on. Keep going on up here. I didn't want that to be able to actually show it as the high. No, because again, if it hit 256, that's literally impossible. It's literally impossible without me getting filled. How could it happen? How could that hit 256 when I have entries at 250, 251, 252, 253, 254, 255, 256? I have entries at all these 250s. If it actually ever went up this high, I would be filled. It's not up that high. Sometimes I've seen that happen before. It's like like a fake candle. But that's impossible. You guys are saying it hit 256 on Think or Swim. I mean, that's just not possible. It never did, because I would be filled. You can't go through my orders and go up to 256 without me getting filled. Hunter Deck, I'm up $2,500 on the BGLC short. Amazing job, Hunter. See, that doesn't make any sense. Now, again, guess what? Now this does put us in a weird little box. Now this does bring in confusion for us. Because the thing is, it's showing it already hit 256, but we didn't get filled. So now it's like, oh, hey, now guess what? It's like, guys, like, what are we supposed to do now? Right? Like, the entry that we had supposedly happened. Supposedly, the entry that we wanted has already happened. So now imagine if it happened and we didn't get filled. Like, we didn't. Like, do we now have to change our entries? Do we now wait? Do we now move on? Like, how do we trade this now? So, like, that kind of, like, messes up this trade a little bit. This kind of messes things on up, because if it actually hit that area, we have the perfect entry. 256, I would be filled right now with, what, 3,000 shares. Stocks from 250 down to 225. I'd be up $2,500 right now. But now it's showing, oh, it hit that area, now it's starting to fall. It never did. So now I'm, like, going back and forth saying, do I want to jump in on the short now? Because now, again, it should fade and fall. Now it should get weaker. Now it should start giving a whole lot back. So now it's getting a little bit more confusing for us. Guys, next entry on this play. I mean, this sucks. This is annoying. This is annoying, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting frustrated right now. Like, this is extremely frustrating. I need a second. Claire, play that hype up music here for a moment. This actually pisses me off. This makes me angry. It really does. All right, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's see what we can do here next. XBP right here. Unfortunately, we can't touch it right now. I'm going to have to cancel my orders on XBP. Cancel my orders on XBP. I mean, XBP, though, I mean, it easily could get a little spike back up to 220, and then we could short it back on down. I feel like I'm going to, like, do a bad trade. I feel like I'm going to do an emotional dumb trade on this play, because that would have pushed us over our goal easily. Not only pushed us over our goal, but surpassed the goal, like, by far. That one should have been it right there. That one literally should have been it. Let's see what else we have. BGLC getting weaker. SUPX. Guys, SUPX is a little bit crazy. SUPX. How much volume is on this play? To 50-cent spread. 50-cent spread. Excuse me. This play a little bit scary. I'm not touching this one. This one has a $1.50 spread, guys. That one has a $1.50 spread. I think I'm going to stick with XBP right now. XBP. Watch to see if this one gets back up in the 220s. Maybe a little bit of a touch and then short from there. So XBP, I'm still going to look for shorts on XBP, I think. But I think I'm just going to look to do shorts on this one and look for that, drop back on down towards like $2. Dek, where would you want to short it? Back up near around the 220s. So if you can get like a 221 entry, that could be a great little starting point. 222, 224. So if I can get some entries over on that one, I definitely will still take them. Just because I think we should be able to make a little bit of money as well over on that one. Even with just that should be a strong resistance right around 225. 225 should still hold up a strong resistance. So I will again do a starting position. Just a little heads on up. I will do a starting position if we can get filled at around the 220 mark. We got up towards around 220, now back on down. Oh, man. This play is making me angry. This play is literally getting me fired on up. Right now, what do we have? VWAV. VWAV right here working itself a little bit. VWAV, this one a top gainer from Monday. So Monday top gainer over on VWAV. What was the news on Monday? I don't know if I want to short this one. New IPO plays. I don't really like to short too much. Sometimes they just go crazy. 2 days ago, it was secures $50 million. So it secures $50 million 2 days ago over on VWAV. I would watch for this one to basically form a channel. I would say watch for a channel. Do I think it's going to break out yet right now? The answer is no. I don't. I think it will get rejected 1 or 2 times. And then I think if there's going to be a breakout, it's going to happen in a little bit. Guys, let's take a step back here. What do we have to be aware of on today? For anyone who does not know, today is actually a very big day. Let's scroll back down to the bottom here over on the Fox Runner alerts. Here we go. This is what I want you guys to see. It says, Jerome Powell speaks today at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. There will be a meeting today at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, there will be a meeting today. And with the meeting at 2 o'clock, we know Jerome Powell is going to be coming on out and he's going to be stating some pretty crazy things. That is going to be the future outlook of what we're going to be doing with interest rates. That's going to be the present moment with interest rates. That's going to be, of course, how inflation is doing. So today, at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, in about 4 hours, we are going to see Jerome Powell come on out, and Jerome Powell is going to be stating, we're not cutting interest rates, we are cutting interest rates, whatever it may be. So, what are we expecting? We are expecting that there's going to be no rate change. That's the expectations. So if today, let's imagine this, today at 2 p.m., if they come out and we say there is no rate change, and we start seeing a spike, rip, and run, guess what? People are going to scratch their head. They're going to say, what the heck, Dek? Why are people again buying? They're like, we didn't cut rates. Why is the market running up towards new highs? We are running up to new highs because they're doing what we expected. Traders, this took me a very long time to learn, okay? And I want to shortcut this for you so quickly. There are times that I have seen Jerome Powell come on out and say, hey, guys, inflation is at 5%. This is the highest it's been in a long time. Hey guys, inflation at this moment is at 8%. This is the highest it's been. Inflation at this moment is at 9.1%. And guess what happened? The stock spiked on that day. And you are sitting there scratching your head saying, why in the world is the stock market spiking when we have all this bad news? Has anyone ever seen that before? Has anyone seen Jerome Powell say bad news and the stock market spikes? And you're sitting there and saying, what the heck? Why is the market spiking? It's because it's still in line with expectations. That's what's so stupid about the stock market sometimes. Okay? So for anyone who does not know, there is a group of analysts, a group of individuals that come to a conclusion and says, hey world, hey CNBC, post this, publish this, that our expectations of Wall Street is that we are not going to cut interest rates. Well, don't we want to cut interest rates? Yes, we do. But what we are expecting is we are not going to. So now everyone is saying, okay, if we don't do it, if we don't cut interest rates, that's what we thought. And if that's what we thought, that's confidence. And if that's what we have, confidence is good, stock market's going on up. So whatever the expectations are, even if they're awful, guess what? People see them in a positive light, right? Sometimes I would see, especially back in like 2021, 2022, 2023, we would see, hey, we are expecting that inflation is going to be at 8%, the highest it's been in a while. And may come on down and says, you know what? Inflation is at 7.9%. This is the highest it's been in the last 7 years. And you're saying, okay, it's awful. Why is it moving on up? Because it's just not as bad as we thought. Sometimes you can make the expectations so bad that no matter what, if they're even bad but not awful, guess what, guys? It's something good, right? Let's imagine this. Imagine if you're going on a blind date with a guy, you're going on a blind date with a girl, and your friend who stood you on up was like, hey, I'm really sorry. You got to go on this blind date. You got to go on a double date with me. And I'm sorry, like the friend's kind of ugly. The friend's kind of ugly. The friend only has is a quadriplegic, doesn't have any legs, doesn't have any arms. It's also missing an eyeball, doesn't speak English. And it's like, please, let me know. And all of a sudden you go there and you know what? They have both their arms. They have both their legs. They might still not be the most attractive person in the world. Maybe, again, they don't speak English. But you know what? You still have a great time because your expectations were so low that anything above that was pretty good. And sometimes that's how, again, the world sees these FOMC meetings. Sometimes the FOMC meeting, we prepare for bad news. We say, we're not cutting interest rates. Inflation is still high. We're not cutting. And then we come out there and say, hey, we're not cutting interest rates, but maybe we'll do it in the future. People are like, yeah, maybe we will. And again, guess what? We start seeing a big time spike and a big time rip and run, right? So the thing is, today at 2 p.m., 99% of the time, we do see, right? We do see the stock market move on up at 2 o'clock or 2:30. When Jerome Powell speaks, we usually see the market move itself on up, okay? So I do want to make sure that you guys are all set, understanding of that. Again, we want to be hearing where inflation is at. We want to be hearing when are interest rates going to be cut. We want to hear, again, the relationship with Jerome Powell and Trump. We want to hear where inflation is at. So we want to hear the tone of rate cuts. We want to hear, again, the response to political pressures. We want to hear how tariffs are going to impact the country, right? We want to hear about all this different stuff. Traders, take a look right here. Look what we've been doing. Back in where? We had hold rate steady, hold rate steady, hold rate steady, hold rate steady. We have been holding rates for a very long time, right? We want to be cutting rates soon. Once we cut rates, things are going to be much better, right? So we want to cut rates. Once we cut rates, the market's going to go crazy. But today at 2 o'clock, definitely expect no cuts. Everyone just kind of sitting the same exact way as we were. We are sitting back, staying smart. Now, traders, as I said before here, I want you guys to understand something. And again, I talk about this a lot, but I just want to help you guys on out. There is the cheat code today, the cheat code for prop firms. So again, I always like to promote One Stop Prop because they've been awesome to me. But again, if you do not have any money, you're saying, Dek, I love trading, but I don't have $10,000. I don't have $20,000. I don't have $100,000. What is the cheat code that you can do? Prop firms will fund you $50,000, $25,000, $10,000. You can go ahead and pick how much money you want. Hey, Dek, I want to get funded $25,000 so I can go ahead and trade. Okay, guess what? Get funded now. Click that button. Once you click this button, type in Dekmar 20. Dekmar 20. You are now going to get 20% off. So this is going to cost $194 for you to get funded $25,000. Now, do you just automatically get funded $25,000? No, you have to pass a test. The test is, can you make $8,000 before you lose $12,000? They give you a $100,000 fake money account. They say you got to make $8,000 before you lose $12,000. What's the cheat code? The cheat code is, hey, Dek, I want to get $25,000 to trade. I don't have that much money. I know I can make money. Okay, pass the test. Dek, I've tried to pass the test before, and unfortunately, I failed. The cheat code is you buy 2 tests. You buy one test right here for $194. You buy another test for $194, and you are saying to yourself, I'm sacrificing $194. You are going to take one account, and you're going to buy on the S&P 500 or buy on SPX. You're going to take the other account and you're going to short the S&P 500 or short SPX today. at the time of 2 o'clock or 2:30 when Jerome Powell's speaking, one of these is going to make you a ton of money. The other one is going to lose you a ton of money. The one that loses, it's gone. You lost $194. The one that wins, guess what? You now pass the account, and now you're making, now you have $25,000 funded. So just a little heads on up. That's like a 99% chance. There is always the 1% that things just move sideways and nothing happens. Then just, again, get out of your position. But that's what a lot of people do nowadays. They say, Dek, I'm tired of losing on prop firms. I just want to, again, pass my test and be able to make money. That's great. Do the cheat code. Cheat code, you're allowed to do it. I've talked to One Stop Prop. I tell them, again, people do the cheat code. They say, yeah, we know that. It happens. You're allowed to do it. So, again, just check that on out. If you guys, again, interested, go ahead. Type in Dekmar 20. You guys will be all set, ready to go for today at 2 p.m. for, again, the cheat code so you guys get funded. So, one way that you guys can go ahead and do it. XBP, little frustrating on XBP right here, team. That should have been our winner. That one should have kept us on going here. Got us to our target. And BGLC starting to fade. XBP here, guys. XBP, we still want to see a little bit of a pop and move and run. Now, team, again, what's today? Today's a challenge, though. Today is I cannot get off the live stream until I make $1,000. But, again, I know that could also lead to me over trading. But that also means I got to get into a position. Yikes-a-roni, guys. I'm in a little bit of a pickle here. I'm in a little bit of a pickle. That one should have done it still. Okay, no more talking about that. We have to, again, be able to take what we can, take the punches and move on. Take the punches and do what we can. Let's, again, wait for that possible pop-up towards around that 220 mark still. Go from there, make some money, make another $500, get ourselves up to $1,000 and be a happy camper. All right, this is so stupid again. If this one does that again, traders, it has a big upper shadow up towards the price of 221. I did not get filled on this play, and guess what? I have entries at 221. What is going on with XBP today? Is XBP like, is there like some weird dumb little like cheat code thing going on right now? Is there like some weird market maker? Are market makers watching the stream right now? Anyone that's over on Wall Street that is sitting in your little basement at this moment just fucking with us, I want you to stop it, okay? Because all I'm trying to do is make a little bit of a living right here. To be able to, again, live stream, to be able to, again, make some trades, to be able to get after it, and all these fake Fugazi upper shadows that really aren't happening to fill my orders is getting a little out of hand. All right? So it's like we place our orders and don't get filled. We place our orders and don't get filled. I don't even know if I want to even look at that play anymore. Guys, here we go. XBP, though, spiking back on up. Guys, XBP just got filled. XBP, I am in right now. XBP, I got filled 1,500 shares. Cost base is 222. Now, that is a legit spike, legit candle. The market makers might have heard me and just got a little angry with me and said, we are going to fill you now and squeeze you out. Hopefully not. But again, I am in right now on XBP, watching to see what this play is going to be doing next, looking for this next move, looking for this next spike, and let's see what's going to actually happen now over on XBP. Stock just went on a very quick move right here. Just went from 183, spiked right up to 225. 225, strong resistance area. Again, why is this such strong resistance? Past chart history pattern. Past chart history pattern, upper shadow 225, upper shadow, or excuse me, 230, 230, 230. That's that upper shadow. Nice little dump so far, 1,500 shares. So again, I got 1,500 shares looking for that dump and that sell-off, as we know. So we want to see this gun fall apart now, guys. We're up $155. We did get filled on that one. 1,500 shares is what I got filled on. So right now, guys, XBP, I am in on this play. 223. Currently up a little bit on this one. Watching for this play to be able to keep getting filled. I mean, if we can keep getting, small entries and just keep adding and adding and adding, anywhere above the 220s, up near 230s, it is a pretty good entry. So I like this. And notice again, let's just turn this into a red line. Let's turn this into a red line here, okay? Resistance, 230. Resistance, 230. Resistance, 230. Okay, does that make sense, everyone? So that's our main resistance line, 230. We're looking for a fade all the way back on down towards around $2. Look for that fade all the way back on down to $2 at this point. Let's see if we can get that nice little drop, get that weakness, go all the way back down towards the VWAP. Guys, here's again 208 there for a second. Now, again, I'm in at the price of, I might have to add shares on this play to actually be able to keep making some money here. Dek, why do you say that? because I'm in on 1,500 shares. Every 10 cents would be 150 bucks. So if I'm in at 222, that means it has to go to 212 to make, again, 150 bucks, 202 to make 300 bucks. So I need this to go down to $2 to basically make a $300 profit. Or again, it pops back on up a little bit, back up towards around 225, and I can add some more shares. I just don't feel comfortable adding at like 215. I don't like that. I don't want to add low. I want to add at highs, you know? So right now, traders still trying to move itself on up here slightly. A lot of crazy volume, though. A lot of crazy volume. A lot of big volume. Keeps hitting that 220 mark. A couple little 220 areas. A little upper shadow here and there. Well, I like our entry, though. Good, solid entry. Let's see if we get the dump now. Let's see if we get the true dump. Keep coming back down to 210. Keep bouncing off of it. Anyone else on shorts with me? Can I ask anyone else with me over on the short side? If you guys are sitting on the short side, I like our entries at this moment. You know, a break above 230 is where we have trouble. Okay? So just a little heads on up. Break above 230 is our trouble. Okay? So break above 230 is the trouble. Anything under $2 is great. VWAP support at 202, guys. If you want to take your profits and just move on, 202 is probably like the best area to just take profits and get out of there. You know what I mean? Just because that's the VWAP area. So we're absolutely fine right here. Watching to see, you know, can we get that nice little fade? A lot of support back on down towards around that 210 market. Cracking 210. That's where, again, we do get some dropping and weakness. Little bit of a bull flag right now. 230 main resistance line at this time. If you want to, you can also take profits and look to re-enter as you get up towards around the 230 mark if it ever gets up there. You know, that's a little bit of a better entry than 222. So just a little heads on up, it is. It is a better entry, 230, but are we going to get back up to 230? Hopefully not. 210. Watch the level 2. 208, 207. Remember, VWAP area, 202. Anything underneath 202 is, or anything underneath 205 is going to be good support. Guys, came on down there for a second. I'm going to take profits right here. I'm going to take profits right there just to be smart, okay? So I'm going to just start off right here on this trade just to take gains in case it ever does get a little bit of a bounce play. I don't want to be greedy right here. So, guys, at this moment, what are we up? We are up total on the day $593. We need to make $400 more, guys. So there's a little bit of a crack. Hey, congrats if you guys are holding this one still. We have to make $400 more on this trade. Oh, man. It's hard to look at right now. Congrats if you guys are holding that short. So I was just trying to be smart because I didn't know if the VWAP was going to hold up as a bounce play or not. But congrats for everyone, again, holding their gains and getting a nice little sell-off right there. Shout out to you guys. So XBP, awesome job, awesome work. We got to make $400, guys. This thing is getting ugly. Let's see if we get a little bounce. If we get any sort of little bounce, look at this thing fall apart right now, guys. If we get a little bit of a bounce play back on up towards like 190, look for a little short, guys. Look at, oh man, has anyone ever gotten out of a play in which they didn't get out of the play? Look at XBP right now. XBP traders, this thing just absolutely dumped. That one's hard to watch after getting out. Still, money's money, profit's profit. But at the same time, I mean, that thing just fell apart. That thing just absolutely fell apart there. So congrats to anyone that's still in on that play. Hunter, you're still on the play. Yeah, I'm not upset making green. It's just, again, like, you know, XBP has given me problems today, right? XBP's been a little bit of an annoying play there today. So right here, gotta still be watching. Still looking around here. And again, we can still, we still can watch for an XBP entry, probably back up towards 190. Anything else moving? We got $400 we got to make here, baby. We got to make $400 here. Gotta make $400. Where's that VWAV trade? VWAV, $10 support. VWAV could possibly squeeze today. VWAV can definitely squeeze here today. VWAV can definitely get a little crazy here today. Baby, 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 baby. Guys, VWAV, possible squeeze in the future. Turn some attention over to VWAV right now. That would be a buy entry. If VWAV starts again getting a little bit crazy and starts squeezing on up, that would be a buy entry. Just turn some attention over to VWAV here for a moment. VWAV, guys. And we're having, again, just little heads on up. If we think about this here for a moment, let's just kind of take a step back. What you always want to be thinking about is the mob shifting. First things first, okay? Let's kind of break this on down. We might be able to predict the next breakout in the stock market. We might be able to predict where the next big move is about to happen in the next probably 2 to 3 minutes. And this is how. I always like to think about the majority of buyers, the mob, retail traders. What is everyone trying to do? They're trying to make money. Now, every single person started off this day by looking at BGLC. This is where everyone was at. BGLC, this is where the hype was at. This is where the attention was at. This is where every single trader was going towards. And then notice what happened. Right around like 950, the stock started falling apart. So where did everyone go to? Everyone like you, myself, and all retail traders say, Dek, BGLC isn't making us money anymore. Let's go somewhere else. So then people started running over towards XBP. Now, what time did XBP get halted and start going crazy? Well, that started halted and going crazy right around, it's funny, 950. That's weird. So it's 950. All of a sudden, this one starts getting halted and starts going crazy. Now XBP is done with. And now you, myself, all retail traders are now asking themselves the question, well, where's the next possible play? So we are looking for where is the tension? Where's the mob going to shift to? So I'm asking myself right now, could VWAV, a stock that's a pretty solid play so far, stock that's up 37% and sitting right at resistance, could we possibly see a little bit of squeeze to the upside as now XBP is done with? Our trader's going to run on over to VWAV and say, let's go ahead and try to pump this one on up. Right? You got to think about the mob as basically that group of hungry traders, a whole bunch of greedy people that are saying, I like this stock as it's going on up. And the moment it dumps, they say, I hate that stock. Let's go somewhere else. I like this stock. It pumps on up. It dumps. I hate that stock. Let's go somewhere else. And all they're trying to do is buy, and get involved in, again, whatever stock is moving. So, again, I would not be shocked if, again, a VWAV in the next few moments possibly breaks through 1070 and maybe starts shooting on up towards 1150, 1170, and that's simply enough just because this play could be next in line for the mob. So I would watch that one closely, right around like the 1080 mark, see if that one can squeeze and spike and see if that one can get some hype. And if it does, I would be willing to jump in a little bit just because I would be going with the, with basically my reasoning as, okay, retail traders could be moving in very shortly after seeing our shifts from BGLC at 950 to XBBP to spiking at 950. Now XBP falling and fading at 1030 to now again, VWAV maybe starting to get the hype and action at 1030. So this play, let's see what we can do here. I wouldn't go too big, but I would definitely maybe do 500 shares or so to see if we can get some action, to see if this thing is going to get a pop and a little bit of rip and a run. As long as it stays above, that red line. Where does it need to stay above? Needs to stay above 1075. Needs to stay above 1075 for that possible squeeze. So needs to stay above 1075. Maybe retail traders are going to start pushing back over into this play. Does have a little head and shoulders pattern, which makes it a little bit scary, a little dangerous. Also, where is XBP? How much time does this one have? XBP is now live. Guys, little heads on up. XBP is now live. Dek, how high can we get up towards? We might get up towards 190-ish. If we can get up towards like 188, I'm going to actually look for a short back on down. 188, short back on down. Reason why I say that is I do just think we might get a little bit of pop here and there. Get rejected, start fading. See, that one's starting to get a little weaker now. That one should be able to hold on up and just fade. Dek, where should it fade on down to? I don't really think there's much juice left. I don't think it's worth it right now. Let's go back over to VWAV. Let's go back over to VWAV right now. VWAV. Guys, VWAV trying to get some attention. VWAV right now, 250. Let's see if VWAV's going to slowly build right now. It's funny. VWAV trying to break 11. Guys, VWAV, I'm going to go 250 shares right here. I'm going 250 shares on VWAV, seeing if the mob is about to shift into it. So I'm going 250 shares. Let's see if the mob shifts into it. I'm going to give it a chance. What's the high of the day? High of the day is 1150. Now, again, I'm not going big. If this thing started crashing and dumping on down, I'm getting out, okay? This is not anything that's like I'm going to mess around with too much. But I will say, if the mob starts shifting into this and we start getting a big green candle, I'm going to try to take advantage of it. So again, only 250 shares. I'm down 27 bucks at this moment. I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm not going to add 1,000 shares on this play, but I would like to give this one a chance. So, go, guys, look at that. Big reversal, but big bounce back on up. Look at that. Try to get the breakout. Try to get the breakout. Couldn't do it. Try to get the breakout. Couldn't do it. I did 250 shares. Watching this one closely to see if we are going to get any bounce. Looks like it's getting weaker. Looks like this one's getting weaker right now, guys. Might have to get out of this play. Gonna give it a chance. If it goes underneath, I would say 235, I'd be out. Again, this is why I'm not going big. Spreads are too big. Buying stocks at high is always risky. But again, I'm going to just do 250 shares. I don't think, again, people understand how tiny that is, right? That's not a big trade for me. That's a $2,000 investment. That's very small. That's very light. I don't want to go bigger than that. So again, looking for this play, very small, very light, getting out of this play, not doing what I want, okay? Very small, very light, went on a little fake out, breakout, not going to hold it. All right, here, traders. I want to take a step back here for a moment. No trade that I'm in on. Deck, what if VWAP gets back above 11? We could maybe look at it again, but again, only small entries. Small entries, that's it. Now, with that being stated, we again are still watching and waiting for that next move. Guys, we do have VWAP still trying to build on up to try to get back above $11. It still has that potential. It is still a trade that, again, is tickling my fancy. But at the same time here, team, I don't want to just kind of blow things on up. We are up 400 bucks right now. We got VWAP. Still looking for that $11 break. I mean, is VWAP just going to be one that's going to frustrate us a little bit? Is VWAP going to be a trade that's going to slowly build and then crash, then build, then crash, then build and crash? Again, I want to give it small chances. I do want to kind of build a position on this one for that $11 breakout because I do want to trust retail traders. Is it tough to trust retail traders, guys? Am I being a psycho saying, hey, I'm going to trust retail traders to see if this play is going to squeeze and spike? Is it crazy if I say, hey, you know what? I think the mob could easily shift into this play. If this thing can break $11, I mean, this thing could take on off. That's the thing. If it can get above and stay above $11, I know this play can squeeze on up towards the high of the day and above. So let's see here, guys. Let's see if this thing can rip. Let's see if this thing can go. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. If I can make, I'm going to say like, I don't know. If I can make, $500 plus, let's take it and let's get out of here. But look at, again, VWAV right now, traders, trying to get that action. What's the high of the day area? High of the day is right here, 1150. 1150 strong resistance. Has to break through 1150 to be able to get that hype and momentum. 1150 is our next major line of resistance. We want to see, can we squeeze and pop and rip on up? If we can squeeze and pop, 1260, which is the old spiking high, is the next target. 1260 is honestly our target here, traders, okay? So we are looking for that breakout. We're looking for that squeeze. We're looking for that move. Can we be able to run on up towards around that 1260 area? That is our target if we can be able to pop above 1150, okay? Right now, I'm up $110. You can see that right there in the blue. And I want to see, can we be able to pop and move and run and get the good action that we all want to see? So, in on this play right now, watching for that 1150 breakout. And if we can, we could definitely get some hype and start squeezing. What do I want to do out of this play? In at 1099, I would like to be able to make, a little over $500, $600 and push on up towards around $1,000. Here's the test of resistance. If you think we're going to get rejected, short right now. If you think we're not going to break out, take your profits. So just little heads on up. VWAV, it's either take profits right now or short right now if you do not believe we're breaking $11. Okay? Right now, we have not been able to get above and stay above that $11 mark, guys. Notice what's happening. Another 1150 touch. Another 1150 touch. I am currently up $18. Looking to see, can we ever break through $11? $11 is a little bit weak right now, traders. I want to see, can we hold $11? It ain't looking good, though. Trying to still fight to stay above $11. $11, guys. That just pulled us all the way back on down. Hold on a second. Can we break 1150? I'm just letting 400 shares rock out right now, team. You guys see everything's live. Everything's live right in front of you. So I'm just letting 400 shares rock out at this moment, seeing if we could be able to break above that 1150 mark and maybe get some action. So Come on now. I'm in at 10.99, as you guys know. As you guys can see, everything's on the live stream. Everything's transparent. Watching to see, can we break 1150? But we have been rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times at 1150. If you do not think we're breaking 1150, take your profits at 1150, which is right now. If you do not believe we're breaking out, take your gains and say, Dek, I'll take a little bit of something. It's better than nothing. If you believe we're going to break 1150, hold tight. If you think you're going to get a great short, 1150 is the short area. So 1150, it doesn't matter if you're a buyer, you could sell. It doesn't matter if you're looking at an entry, you can get an entry at the break of 1150. It doesn't matter if you're a shorter. Shorters are at 1150. So again, 1150 is the magic number for everything here. And right now we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rejections off 1150 so far. 6 rejections off 1150 at this moment. We're at 6 rejections of 1150. Volume is getting a little weaker. Volume's a little slower. We need to keep pushing on up. Guys, I'm going to take my profits right here. I'm getting out right here. Volume slowing down. I don't like how, again, the level 2 isn't moving as fast anymore. I'm going to get out. Again, I won $10. I won $10 on that trade. I was looking for it. I was looking for the 1150 breakout. We did not get it just yet. We still might get it in the future. But again, this is a play that has the mob, has the retail traders, has the attention. But we have now been getting rejected off 1150 6 times in a row. Now, again, get ready. We might possibly get it again. Could we get it? Who knows? Traders are trying. It's all up to, again, it's all up to the momentum here. What do you guys think is going to happen? Who here is shorting at 1150? Who here is taking profits at 1150? Here's 1150 again, guys. Oh, it's trying to get the break. It's trying now. This is kind of pissing me off again. Can it go up towards 1150 and hold? If you're in right now, you got a new high at this moment. New high at this moment for the stock to run up towards where? 1260 is the next target. 1260 is the next target, traders. Remember that. 1260 is the next target at this time. If you want to get a little pullback, try to look for a little pullback back on down towards like 1120 real quick. See if you can get filled on a little bit of a dip buy. And if you can get filled on a little bit of a dip buy, that's great. Right now, we're still, again, just trying to hold on up. Guys, it's still holding. If you guys are above 1050, I would look for a dip buy back down to 11. Guys, just got filled on that dip buy. Dip buy just got filled at $11 or $11.20, excuse me. So I'm looking to see if I can get a quick little dip buy, get filled, and then bounce back on up. Can I get a little dip buy and now bounce back on up? I'm filled at 1106. Filled at 1106, little dip buy right now. 1106, little dip buy. Looking for a big, long lower shadow and bounce back on up. I got filled 596 shares right there. I'm in right now once again. I'm in once again, guys, looking for a re-break of 1150. I'm up $138 right now. Can we re-break 1150? Re-break 1150 for us. Get back up towards, again, those highs. Yeah, a little crazy. 1106. 1107. $11. Getting a little weak here. Got to be careful, guys. I was looking for, again, lower shadow, bounce back on up. That's what I was looking for. Lower shadow, big bounce back on up. Right now, again, I'm down $40. I'm down $40 at this moment. $28 at this moment. You guys can see my my wins and loss right here. $7. It's in blue. So again, right now, $31, looking to see, can we be able to get that hype and squeeze? It doesn't look like it. Usually a lot of times you fall back on down. It's just that VWAV doesn't have that much like volume, so you're having these really big green candles and these very big red candles. Does anyone think we're maybe getting a little too crazy? Does anyone think we're getting a little too rambunctious? Anyone think that maybe we're getting a little too out of hand right here, getting involved in trades that maybe we shouldn't? Here comes 1150 again. Let's see. If we don't get above 1150, I'm taking profits. All right? If we don't get above 1150, I'm just going to get out. But I want to see, like, let's try to actually get the 1150 breakout to 1260. So, I mean, we have tried multiple times to get above 1150. We got above once, and then we couldn't do it. Shorters are actually making probably a good killing right now off the 1150 mark. I'm up $60 at this time. I'm in at 596 shares, looking at the best potential. Again, this is not my favorite play in the world. This is just the play that has volume. So is this my favorite stock in the world? The answer is no. It's just the stock that has attention right now. It's a stock that has volume right now. It's a stock that has a potential to a spike and squeeze. Here we go. Come on. Oh, we were there for a second. Come on. Come on, VWAV. Come on. Break 1150 and let's squeeze up to 1260. If you can do it, we can end this challenge. If we can break 1150 right here, traders, and squeeze, we can beat this challenge. We can end the live stream if, of course, we can get above $1,000, but we need VWAV above 1150 to squeeze. 1150 squeeze, we could be able to make this challenge happen. 1138s, guys. We're so close. I want to see like an 1150 breakout, see that squeeze and run up to 1260, and we will defeat this challenge right here. $1,000 trading the stock market in a day. We're at 1133 right now, 1135 right now. We have 596 shares. We're looking for that 1150 breakout that we've been rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times at. 7 times. We're up $168 right now. Back up to 1145. Come on now. If we go up towards $12 plus, we will defeat the challenge. We're at 1150. You gotta hold bids. You gotta hold buyers. You can't give us this. You can't give us this. You gotta give us 100% or nothing. Get on the line. Every inch counts. Come on. We gotta sell the big bucks here. 1150 watching for that break. We got 1143s right here. 1140s, 1130s. Come on, gotta hold. Guys, I'm gonna take my profits and get out. I'm out right now. I'm out right now on VWAV. Deck, why are you out on VWAV? It's not breaking 1150. We went 1150, 1140, 1150, 1130, 1150, 1110, 1150, 1130, 1150, back on down to $11. I don't like it. So, trying to, again, accomplish this challenge where, again, we're basically jumping in on plays that maybe like are just a little bit scary. We got to be careful because we're still not breaking 1150. So, not going to hold it right now. Not going to hold that one right now. Deck, we have hit 1150 too many times for my comfort level. Hit it too many times. Well, Deck, could you turn around and look for a short? You could. You could definitely, because we have hit it too many times for my comfort level. I gave it chances, guys. Right? I don't think I FOMO'd on that one. Fear of missing on out. I mean, I had a great entry. Had an entry at $11. Got out of that play at 1120. Still was able to make $150. Gave it multiple chances of 1150 and said, you know what? If it breaks 1150, I'll keep on holding. If it doesn't break 1150, I'm going to get out. Came on down to 1120. Was able to make $150. Got myself out of that trade. I think that was a great trade. To be honest with you, I have zero issues with that play. I'm pretty critical of myself. I think that was an absolutely A-OK trade. Did not go in the red. Made back my loss. And on top of that, gave it multiple chances before moving on. So it's like, I think that was absolutely A-OK. Deck, don't you have 4? I do have 4 shares. Dang it, I didn't realize I had 4 shares. Thank you. So again, 4 shares isn't going to hurt me though. So again, I'm out of that play. Team, look at what VWAV. Imagine if I was still holding that play. Right? Imagine if I was still holding that stock. This is why you have to get out sometimes. That's why you have to get out sometimes. That's why you got to move on sometimes. That's why you got to say, hey, we know when the trend line breaks, it's pretty much over with. Here we go. Guys, we're right now, for anyone who does not know, we are up $522 on the day. So we still have to make $488. Now, the question is how? The question is where? The question is when? All right, so I have to make $488, but XBP is not doing anything. RCON, maybe a little bit of a pop. I mean, this is just a pump and dump. RCON, guys, this is just a little bit of a pump and dump type of play. Maybe if I could short this one back on down, I would do it. BGLC, no. JEM, no. INB, no. Taiga, no. ACG, ELWS. So RCON was a pump from yesterday. Again, I'm looking for, I want to complete this challenge. So I want to complete this challenge of making $1,000 on the day. Now, Deck, can you be able to do this? Well, again, we got to see. I might just want to be able to look for any sort of quick little pump and dump short I can get myself involved in and try to make a quick $400 and be able to accomplish a challenge here. So again, RCON shorts are only $7. That's not much at all. Shorts are only $7. That's not an issue. That's fine. I like that. Shorts are pretty cheap over on that play if I want to get 3,000 shares. So again, RCON might look for a possible short over here. Stock just went from 270 up to 320. Where's their resistance from yesterday? I know this was a previous top gainer. We have, again, some pre-market resistance. What's that area? Yeah, 340. I mean, 345, 346. I mean, take a look over here. Yeah, that 340, 350 mark is going to be really stubborn. Notice how that was old support. Bounce play, then again, resistance, top resistance, top resistance. And now, again, came on up towards around that 344 mark. So anything up near around 340 would be a great little short area if you could get it. So, but if this thing comes crashing right back on down, it's just going to get a little bit of a dump. right now, REPL. Still seeing, guys, little heads on up for if you guys do not know, I will not be live tomorrow or on Friday. A little heads on up for you guys. So yes, today is actually my last day of live streaming this week. And that's for everyone. I do just had a few personal things that I need to take care of. Nothing bad, nothing concerning, nothing bad is going on, nothing like that. So again, but I do just have some personal things, which are all good things in my life. I just need to take care of. So I will actually not be live tomorrow, and I will not be live on Friday. Just a heads up for every single person. I will be putting the scanners up. I will again make sure that you guys are all set with the stream, but I will not be live. Okay, little heads up for every single person. Just want to make sure that you guys understand that tomorrow, not here. Okay, guys, we did just get another little pop, I believe, didn't we? Just get another little pop. RCON might start turning here soon, traders. RCON, this one might start getting ugly here. I'm gonna do RCON a little short. Just gonna start, adding some smaller shares on RCON just in case this one dumps back down to 280. I think it probably will. So I'm actually just going to do some small shares over on that play. El Senor Desk Traders, what stock are you referring to? I know you just posted a link, but what's the ticker? Right now, RCON, just going to do some smaller entries just in case this one, because this one just popped up to 340. So I do think there's opportunity that this one is going to turn and start fading and falling here in the near future. I'm trying to make, again, $400. And if this thing just dumps right back on down towards like the VWAP, which I think it will, back on down to 286, I should be able to make some money. Hurricane, I wasn't really looking for the short on SUPX today, as you know. Wasn't really about SUPX. More focused on RCON right now. See if we can get a nice little dump. Guys, RCON getting some weakness. RCON fading on down. So guys, RCON, let's see how low that one could be able to fade and drop. And again, it's not going to pay out too well. I mean, it's better than nothing. Some money is better than no money. But I'm just looking for some volume here. BGLC here, traders. BGLC is trying to get back up to 7. RCON's most likely going to dump on down. GEM, Tygo, AACG, Gift. Now, the other issue with RCON is I don't really want to get, let's say, like 10,000 shares because there's not enough volume to get out of 10,000 shares. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, there's just not enough volume going through this play that I'm going to be able to get in and get out quickly. It's going to have to be something I do very slow and steady and, basically say to myself, oh, hey, maybe I'll make a little bit of funds. Maybe I'll make a little bit of money. Hey, guys, maybe I'll make a little bit of cash. Hey, oh. So it's like RCON, like it's more of a very slow little play here. So that, again, I don't really want to add a crazy amount because I just feel like I could get stuck then. Tesla, what's Tesla doing? Tesla, a little bit of a fade. Now, again, today, in the next, 3 hours, Jerome Powell's going to be speaking, right? Jerome Powell's going to be speaking at the same time here, right? We do know on Friday, we do have tariffs beginning. Tariffs are going to be beginning on August 1st. Now, traders, ladies and gentlemen, for every single person that is joining us over on YouTube, if you guys have not, make sure, again, you guys sign up to Tradecaster. If you guys, again, are watching over on YouTube, today is the last day I will be live over on YouTube. Sign up over on Tradecaster and, again, join our community. So, again, what does Tradecaster come on out to? It comes on out to about $4 a day. $4 a day instead of you getting that cup of coffee. Instead of you, again, randomly buying an app on your phone. Randomly, again, instead of Netflix or whatever. $4. $4, guys. You guys can be able to trade with me every single day. You guys will be able to have access to the live stream. You guys will be all set, ready to go. Make an investment into yourself. If you guys are watching over on YouTube right now, come on over. Click tradecaster.com. Get involved. Let's get ready to get after it. Guys, staying smart, staying safe. Again, we got a small entry over on RCON. We got to make $400. Both the deck, I'm in a plane right now. I'm watching you over New Mexico on the airplane Wi-Fi. Woo! Hey, Bothy, what I want you to do right now is take out your headphones, turn up the volume all the way. I have something to tell everyone on the plane at the moment. I have something to tell everyone on the plane. There's something I have to tell everyone. Do you mind if you take off? Can you take off your headphones and again turn up your phone? And then I want you to hold your phone above. I want you to hold the phone above your chair, and I want you to turn it to everyone behind you. Okay, turn it to everyone behind you. And again, as you turn it to everyone behind you, now they're gonna see my face. Okay, is it up in the air? Am I off? Okay, ready? All right, traders, guys, little heads on up here. Guys, right now, little heads on up. RCON, nice little dump right now. Traders, RCON, we are up $150 over on RCON at this moment. Nice little fade, nice little drop, nice little weakness over on RCON. Gonna take my gains right here. So RCON just made $127 off that little short. So RCON, quick little short right there, just took my profits of $127. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we're up $649.69. We are still $350 short. Okay? Someone please. Can we again just make $340, guys? We just have to make $340. Ugh. Can we make $340 here? XBP, BGLC, RCON, GIFT. I mean, there's just a lack of volume right now. Lack of volume with XBP, BGLC, RCON, GIFT, AACG, IMAB. I don't know where we can make $350. I don't want to make these dumb little trades. TBH, SGD, AIRE, VWAV. Deck, you could get it on VWAV. Oh, look at VWAV right now. Look at VWAV right now. VWAV just got halted on the downside. So VWAV right here, traders. VWAV getting a little bit of a dump. We do have shares that we could be able to short over on that play. Now, VWAV with this dump, let's see what we can do real quick. Again, I got to make $350. $350. Deck, where's there going to be a dip buy and bounce play? Probably back down to $8.75. Now, do I think it's going to bounce all the way back up towards like, $10? The answer is no. I think this play is actually going to open up at around $9.29. I think it's going to gap down towards like $9.29, spike back up to where it is, right around $9.50. And then again, crash back down to $9. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to make some magic happen here. Okay? So, deck, let's try to make some magic happen. I'm going to be looking for my 3,000 shares. Where at? Literally my price of $9.50. Now, again, $9.50. I want to keep my eyes peeled over on this play. And actually, I don't want to do 3,000 shares. That's a little too crazy. Let's do 2,000 shares, basically right when it opens. I don't think... Do I have VWAV shorts? Do I not have VWAV shorts? I thought I had VWAV shorts. No, I don't have VWAV shorts. Guys, oh, hold on a second. VWAV. I thought I had VWAV shorts this whole time. I don't. VWAV shorts. 2,000 shares. I only got 20 seconds. I got to hurry the heck up. Inquire. 2,000 shares. Costs $40. Okay. I'm going to look to do this right where it opens at $9.50. I don't think we are going to open up at $9.50. I will look to get filled, though, instantly if it gaps down, opens up at $9.50, and then crashes. 3, 2, 1. No. Why did I rush into this play? I just rushed into this play. And now, again, we're watching to see what we can do this entire time. All right, I need guys, good morning so far. I'm getting a little hungry. Enrique! Enrique! Can I get a smoothie? I want A strawberry kiwi banana smoothie. Yep. On to it. Pronto. Strawberry kiwi banana smoothie. That like dark red with a little bit of ice. Good? Awesome. Oh, thank you. He's quick. He's quick today. This ain't bad. Okay. Here we go, baby. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. Next time, bigger straws, though. We need bigger straws. These things are falling on down. Right now, I do think VWAV is going to be opening on up with a little bit of a dip buy. Okay? I think we got to make a little bit of money here. We know, again, this play is going to be opening on up with, again, it should be opening up with a gap down. This play should be opening up with a gap down at this moment. We'll see if it can crash on down towards $9 and then, again, bounce its way back on up. So that should be the play here. That's all I'm looking for. I am looking for at this moment. I'm looking for pullback back on down towards $9. Bounce play back on up towards $9.50. Okay, so again, I just want to make sure that's super clear. I have right now 2,000 shares ready to go. Now, with 2,000 shares, I need to make $400. If we can make $400, traders, we are going to pass this test. So we need $400 in the next 2 minutes to be able to pass the $1,000 challenge. Right now, we're sitting with about $600. What I am going to do at this moment is I am putting 1,000 shares at around the opening price of $9.49. I'm putting another 1,000 shares right around $9.55. Now, we've been halted for the last 8 minutes. We're going to be halted for 10 minutes total. We are already seeing that we have bids down to $9.13. Most likely, after this very nice crash, we are going to see VWAF drop back on down towards around that 9.18 mark. But there's a chance that we have a gap down, quick little spike back on up, and then we fall right back down to $9. That's what I'm looking for. So if you guys need a little bit of, an illustration of this, what I think is going to happen is we already have our halt right here. I think the stock is going to open up at around that 9.19 area, where again, we're seeing bids right now. I think it's going to open up there. Some buyers are going to move in, and then it's going to crash right back down to 875. We are looking to get 2K shares right here, make money as the stock falls on down, and if we do that, we should be able to make almost $1,000 on this play. So we should be able to make about $1,000 in profit if we could be able to nail this correctly. Okay? So we got about 1 minute left, getting ready to rock and roll. Let's do it. It's a perfect blend of all the vitamins and minerals that your body needs every single day for a growing young lad. That's what I am, guys. I'm a late bloomer. I've always looked a little bit younger than my age in middle school and high school. I didn't hit puberty until the age of 21. Took me a while to kind of develop. But you know what? I have developed. Right now, traders, we are watching 38 seconds. 9:13 on the bids. I see that as well. Entries right now looking at around the 950, 960 mark. All right, traders, here we go. 10 seconds out. 10 seconds here. Come on, this could be it. This could be the trade. This could be it. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not filled. Let's see a pop up to 950 real quick. We just got again down towards this area. We want to see a little green candle. Little green candle, get us filled right back at where we got halted at. So again, we had the gap on down. Let's get the green candle popping back up to where we got halted near 950. And after we get filled at 950, we turn around and reverse and crash back on down to where we just were at $9. So that's what we're looking for. Oh, we got up towards 939 so far. We want to see a little bit more. We want to see again 950, 960, then reverse back on down towards again like 875. Okay? That's what we want. 939. Oh man, we almost had it. We had 940s. Don't crash back down to 875, please. So I still am looking for that little spike on up before the reversal on the dump. You guys could see kind of what I'm going after, though. I'm going after, again, that 913 entry, spikes on up to 9. Traders, how many times are we, again, going to call the right play, but just slightly miss it? How many times are we going to call the right play, but just slightly miss the entry? I mean, guys, it is like we are just slightly missing these entries every single time. Just slightly missing it. Not like just, we have the right idea. We're just slightly missing it. It's just, I mean, it happened over on XBP. Now it's happening right here over on VWAV. It's like, it's right, it's so close. So close. I mean, like that, we're trying to do everything we can. So again, that's still getting weak at this moment. Trade palm. My mental trades are always great. Well, mental trades can get great sometimes. Dek, what about a dip buy? Can we look for a dip buy over on this play? I would say dip buy back on down to like 750. Little heads on up. You get a dip buy over on this play back down to like 760, 750. Go for it. So, I mean, if you could ever get a dip buy down that low, go for it. But right now here, team, we have just seen a mega dump play. VWAV, whole lot of fading, whole lot of falling, and honestly, that one has a lot more room to continue to drop in the future here. That has a lot of room to drop in the future. Is there anything else? XBP, no. BGLC, no. GIFT, no. RCON, no. TYGO, AACG, CVM. You know, it's like VWAB's our only option right now. VWAB is our last option to be able to make money. I mean, guys, I feel like right now, I don't know, like it's like I'm in a happy state. I'm in a happy state because I feel like I'm predicting things very correctly, but I'm also in a frustrated state because I just haven't gotten filled on the play. You know what I mean? It's almost like I kind of have this feeling like if I was golfing, let's say, like let's imagine I was golfing and I hit a bomb, right? Like a 330-yard drive right down the middle, but then I get up there and it's like in a big divot. You know what I mean? Or let's imagine like I hit like a perfect approach shot, 150 yards right at the pin, and it hits the pin and then flies into the water. And it's like, I'm doing, I feel like, everything I should correctly. It just, I'm not getting the result I want right now. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel at the time. SUPX also hold it down. Bob Adams, Dek, let's go play $100 a hole. Make it 1,000. Come to my country club. I'll meet you there, buddy. First hole. Let's go. No, I wouldn't want to play $1,000. $1,000 might be a little much, man. I'm sorry. I was getting a little carried away. Bob, what do you shoot? Tell me right now, Bob. What do you shoot? Don't lie to me. What's your handicap? Give me a real handicap. Whatever you say, I'm going to definitely take away or add to. 13.5? Oh, okay. All right, yeah, let's do 1,000. Let's do 1,000. Sounds good. Let's go. Right now, we're all set here. Let's get after it. VWAP still getting weaker. VWAP still getting weaker. Again, I don't want to just randomly jump into a play here. Guys, XBP also still trying to get a little spike. BGLC getting weaker, 11.14. VWAP still trying to get a little bit of ripping and running here. Camera's dead. Yeah, I'll switch it on out. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll switch out the camera. One moment here. All right, and we are back. All right, here, traders, we are back. VWAV, traders, we are still watching to see what we can have at this moment. So VWAV, we are still watching. Do I think the stock is going to get weaker? The answer is yes. Do I feel comfortable shorting this play? The answer is no. Do I feel comfortable dip buying it? Only if it fell on down to like 730, but then again, I wish I'd probably short it. You know, we still have to make like $400. This last $400, guys, is going to be a grind. This last little $400 is going to be an absolute grind, though, if we can get it. It looks like VWAV is going to go on down towards around 755. That's what it looks like. I'm thinking about just doing small orders and slowly build a position back on VWAV until we go on down towards around that 755 mark. We should see this play VWAV back on down towards that 755 mark in time. Guys, I'm going to just slowly start getting involved in VWAV short side for the $8 crack coming up in the future. So I am still looking for this one. Slow little crack. I think we are going on down towards these old upper shadows. 750, 760. That's where I think main support's going to be. Main support, 750, 760. That's what I'm looking for over on this play, to be able to just slowly again build a position, find some weakness, and then see the stock, you know, start dropping, fading, and falling. If it starts getting out of hand at all, I'm just going to cut out, move on, not going to again take any unnecessary loss or any unnecessary trade by any sort of means or in any sort of way. So I do want to see if we can just kind of go with the momentum right here. Don't again do 1,000 shares at once. I'm just going with the slow, small little entries here and there, slowly building a position, looking for that $8 crack, falling back on down towards around 760 goal. So I want to see, again, $8 bounce, $8 bounce, $8, crack underneath it, down to 760 is the goal. Make sense? So we got to make $400. If we can fall down to 760, we actually should be able to do this. If we fall down to 760, guys, we actually might be able to do this, to be able to make this money right here and be able to complete this challenge. So we got to get this crack. We got to get this crack. Notice again, bounce play, looking for the bounce, and then crack of $8. So can we get that crack of $8 is obviously the main goal. That's the next main thing here. And let's see if we can do it. Guys, here comes another $8 test. Come on. Down towards 760 is the goal. We got 814, 810. Looking to see if we can get that crack of $8. You guys see the bounce plays, though? Bounce play of 8, bounce play of 8, bounce play of 8, bounce play of 8. We're looking for the sell-off now of 8. Like, that's the main idea. Look for the sell-off, look for the drop, look for the fading of 8. Now, Dek, what if it bounces off 8 and runs back up to 875? Like, that could easily happen. But we are looking to kind of just go with the momentum. Look for the fade. Look for the fall. Look for this thing to be able to slow on down. So right now I'm down $35 over on that trade. Down $35. Kind of just looking to see if momentum is going to stay on this negative momentum will stay on this and drop it sub $8 here soon. So I'm just watching this one right now. I could check out REPL in a minute, but I just kind of want to see what VWAV is going to do here and see if we can get that $8 crack and just kind of go down with momentum. Again, we're trying to make $400 here. $400. Get the crack. We've had bounce, bounce, bounce. Looking for that one little crack here. Give us that sell-off. Give us that sell-off. And let's get that weakness. And it's not like, again, little good news as well. Just a little heads on up if you ever wanted to hold this. It's not like, again, VWAP's going to ever spike back up really hard. This stock is going to be slow the rest of the day. So, yes, this one might get back up to 850 and might get back up to 875, but it's probably going to be slow the rest of the day regardless. Slow on the upside, slow on the downside. Slow on both sides, to be honest with you. Trying to still drink my smoothie when I can. That's what I need. I need a little tackling fuel. Here's 810 again. Guys, we got a crack here. Come on. Give us like a 60-cent dump. Here's again the bottom support area. $8, guys. We're getting closer. $8. Come on. $7.90. $7.80. Guys, we're close. We're $150 away. $7.80. Come on. Dump it here. Dump, 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 dump. $7.60. We're at $200. We need $180 more. Come on. Can we dump here a little bit more? Can we dump here a little bit more? $7.90, guys. I know people are taking profits. That's fine. Dang it. We were close. We were close there. We were close there. If you guys took profits right there, I definitely understand why. I was maybe being a little greedy. Again, I was just looking for a little bit more of that sell-off and that drop. We were up again like $200 there for a second. I was looking for, again, just another 20-cent fall. You know, a little 20-cent crack there. A little 20-cent sell-off. So again, once I saw sub $8, I started getting excited, thinking that we were going to dump on down towards that 760 mark. I probably would have taken profits underneath 775. Moving on up here a little bit right now after getting that lower shadow. Lower shadows do indicate a little bit of reversal, so traders are trying to get a little bit of a bounce play back on up on this one. Deck, do you think this play is going to fade and fall over time? Yes, I do. You know, I'm down 20 bucks right now. But guys, I'm going to get out of this one. Going to get out of that one. Traders, unfortunately, at this time, I'm out of that play. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pass this challenge today. I don't again, our challenge is to make $1,000 today. Right now, we're up. Let's see what we're up total. Right now, we are up total $590.90. So right now, traders, you guys can see right here in my account. So again, I'm up $590.90. Okay. So no trades. But I mean, am I going to get to the point right here that I feel like again, I don't want you guys losing money, and I mean, obviously, I don't want to lose money either. Let's be honest, okay? Let's really be honest with each other. Let's get after it. XBP stock fading on down to 150. We can't do anything there. BGLC, we can't do anything there. RCON, it's too slow right now. We can't do anything there. TYGO, we can't do anything there. ELWS, we can't do anything there. CVM, no. SGD, no. AACG, IMAB, no. GEM, no. We just can't do anything at those times. So at this moment, team, there's just, you know, there's no position, there's no play that I can get myself involved in at this moment. REPL, some of you guys saying REPL. I feel like I mean, this is the most I've traded in a while. I'm trading a lot right now. You know, REPL, I would say, Deck, what's the target? Target is that 50-day moving average. I would say the next best chance you have of making money would be 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, Jerome Powell's back online. 2 o'clock, Jerome Powell is again, you know, trying to get after it. 2 o'clock is when things are going to start getting exciting and things are going to start getting crazy once again. So traders, I am going to wrap up this stream right now. We have been going for the last 5 hours. So this has been a pretty long stream. And at the same time, team, we did an awesome job. We, again, got up towards around a $600 gain, which is great, but we just couldn't get enough volume. We had some awesome alerts. We had awesome opportunities, but I do have to take an L here. An L not in my losses, but an L as in I did not complete the challenge today. So, did not complete the challenge to try to make $1,000 today. I made $590 today. You guys could see everything right above it. Also, if you guys ever want to see any P&L that I have no problem, again, posting everything for you. Again, I'm going to show you guys absolutely everything. I like to do that so that you guys can learn, become better. Here's all my entries and alerts on the day so that you guys can see everything. You guys can take screenshots, or obviously it's here. You guys can just pause the video and you guys are all ready to rock and roll. Other than that, though, team, a very fun day. a very exciting day for us. I am going to most likely be going live, but only for traders on Tradecaster at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So again, traders on Tradecaster, you guys will be all set at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll be all set ready to go for Jerome Powell. Make sure you guys are all set with One Stop Prop to take advantage of the cheat code, and you guys will be all ready to rock and roll. Other than that, though, ladies and gentlemen, congrats on your morning. Congrats on your profits. Congrats on your gains. I'm good on this day. Team, you guys are fantastic. YouTube, I am done for the rest of the week, as you guys know. So for all YouTube traders, I love you. If you guys want to continue the fun, you got to come on over here to tradecaster.com. Guys, enjoy it. Help me wrap this thing on up. You guys know the drill here, baby. And 3, 2, 1. I love you. Enjoy it. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, team. I love you. I'll see you guys then. Phew. Did you make money today? Did you make a profit today? Did you come out on top today? I'm the Batman.
I got this question the other day. Why are you successful?
So I ball so hard, motherfucker.
$1,000 profit today.
But first niggas gotta find me.
$700.
50 grand to a motherfucker like me. Can you please remind me? Ball so hard, this shit crazy.
$1,000.
Y'all know that don't shit phase. And as we go,
Lock it on up.
too when I look at you like this shit gravy. Ball so hard, this shit weird. We ain't even pro be here. Ball so hard since we
1,400.
here. It's only right that we be fair.
Who's ready for $1 million a year?
You should be asking how to be successful. Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6.